What's
Yeah,
going on,
man.
friends? It's Anton Daniels, and I gotta have a conversation with you guys about Tee Henley because you see how the sun is hitting me. This is no finesse, no makeup, no filters, no none of that. This is 100% Tee Henley. I use it in the morning as soon as I get up, right after I pray and brush my teeth, jump in the shower, and I'm hitting the streets because you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So even though they're giving you 40% off your first order, 20% off for life, even though you may get a free gift, forget all that, right? Because we would do this even if it was full price because it's worth that much. I'm in the streets, I'm kicking it with people when I see Dusties everywhere. You don't want to be them. You want to separate yourself. And the way that you separate yourself is self-care. Ladies get it for the fellas. Fellas don't wait for the ladies to get it for you. I'm about to hit the streets right now and I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling great. I mean, I already got confidence, but to have that extra boost of confidence, knowing that you've taken care of yourself and you set yourself apart from all of the rest of the sheep that's walking around making bad decisions on a daily basis. And it's reflected in their actions. It's reflected in the products that they use. It's reflected in the people that they follow. And so if you're trying to level up, if you're trying to make sure that you look good, they're going to send you the pack. They're going to give you all of the instructions on how you're supposed to use it. Then make sure you get your Tee Henley. Again, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. Get your free gift. Make sure you tap in with your boy Anton Daniels because Unc is never going to lead you wrong. I would never have you use a product that I don't use myself. Again, they've been rocking with me for a long time. Make sure you get your Tee Henley. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you guys later.
What's up, guys? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I hope you guys are having a great Monday. Make sure you hit the like button, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you follow all the content creators that have joined us this Monday evening. We do appreciate you guys here with us every Monday. Make sure you hit the like button. It is free. Share this with your little group chat that you got on your phone. And go ahead and support Anton in the Millionaire Morning Show tomorrow morning, because he'll be dropping new content every day for you guys. But people on the panel, thank you for joining. How are you guys doing this evening?
We're doing good. How you doing, Q?
Okay, that's good. Happy Monday. You know, football season. I don't know if you guys watch football, but I appreciate you guys for being here. If you guys would like to be on the panel, you have to DM me on IG. Just put panel. I'm just stifling through men and stuff. So if you've been on the panel already, men, please be patient. Let the other men come through.
What up, Lex? What up, Lex?
Hey.
Well, shout out to the ladies. The ladies are looking good tonight. New hairstyles. We got the afro. We got the braids. We got the locks. Shout out to everybody. Okay. So we're gonna start off with a little what do I call it? Oh, I'm having brain freeze right now. Shoot. Icebreaker. Okay. So we'll start off with this and then we'll get to talking.
A lot of people will be heated about why we are actually not going to be friends. I guess you'll have to let me know in the comment section. Originally supposed to do a group game night and everybody bailed, so we were just going to go do a game night ourselves. I then asked him if he wanted to go run some errands with me instead. We go, we do the errand stuff. Of course, it's my errands, so I'm really the only one buying anything. I don't get that much stuff, but I've got a good enough size bag and had walked about 20 minutes to the store, so we have to walk about 20 minutes back. The bag is kind of heavy. This dude, he's a big, muscular dude. I'm not exactly like a big, muscular woman. And I just said, can you please carry this? Oh, this is where a lot of people are going to be divided. And be like, well, of course, it's your bag. Why would he carry it? It's fair enough. And that was exactly his reasoning. For me, it immediately killed the mood because I wasn't looking at this as an expectation that he had to do it. I asked because we are trying to be friends and he's stronger than I am. When we were talking it out, he said, oh, I would do that for a girlfriend, but I wouldn't do that for just anyone. I would do that for someone special. I don't understand the concept of doing nice things for people only in a particular situation. The fact that he said, what were you going to give me in return, is a really weird question to pose on someone when you've just met them. His other answer was that he just didn't want to be taken advantage of, to which I said, you would feel taken advantage of because you would carry someone's bag? Well, you know, some girls are like that. They want you to carry their stuff. They want you to buy stuff for them. But this is getting even more confusing for me because I didn't ask you to buy anything. I simply just asked if you could carry this for me. What was also really hurtful about that is immediately he was thinking tit for tat when friendships shouldn't be founded off of that.
Okay. Do you guys agree with her?
Yeah, I agree with her.
I agree. I think that.
Oh no, my bad. I didn't get that.
Y'all got an echo.
Let me see what it is. Go ahead, Sean.
Echo cancellation.
Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. What's time?
I agree with her. I think that a lot of the problems in dating currently is that we're all hyper sensitive when it comes to courting a person. I think a lot of people are afraid that they're going to be labeled as a simp, or the women are afraid they're going to be labeled as a pick me. So we disassociate the thing that is right in front of us and what we're trying to accomplish, which is being in a successful relationship. I agree with her. Should have just grabbed her bag. It wasn't that serious.
Okay. Anybody agree with him? Anybody else agree with him?
I agree with him. I think exactly what he said. I think that when you're trying to develop a relationship with somebody, or you're trying to move forward, whether it be friendship, because a lot of relationships start with the foundation of friendship. And if you're trying to move forward in that, then I don't get why you wouldn't be able to do something kind in that matter. She didn't ask him to buy anything. She just asked him to do what she would want her man to do. I don't see a problem with that.
Yeah, he not her man now.
Right, but
we only hearing from her side.
Should that matter though? Should you not hold someone's bag because you're not their?
Wait, let's tie this echo. Anytime you talk to them,
Who is that? Who is that, Q? Which one? Who got an echo?
That's Ty. Go ahead.
All right, you got to put on the echo. Go ahead. What was y'all saying?
I'm saying, should that matter? Should you be taking into consideration carrying someone's bag due to the fact that they're not your spouse?
Yes.
Why?
Because
it's a bag that's like 5 pounds.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's a bag. It doesn't matter what it is. The fact of the matter is, a lot of y'all get caught up doing boyfriend stuff, doing husband stuff.
That boyfriend stuff, carrying someone's bag, that's crazy.
It is. Would you carry your homeboy's bag?
Would I carry my homeboy's bag? I mean, if I was gay and we were courting each other, that's different. You're inflating two different things.
No, we're not talking about courting. She said friends.
Yeah.
No, they were on a date. She said they were on a date.
No, she didn't say that they was on a date. She said that they were going to a game night. This was the first time that they met. It was just cool.
That's a date. What are you talking about, Anton? That's a date. They're going on a game night the first time they met.
The only reason that you might need to listen to the video again. The only reason that they was together is because everybody else flaked out on them. So they just so happened to be in the same space with each other and went to the store with each other. That's it. It wasn't on a date. They wasn't going on a date with each other. They was just cool.
Okay, if that's the case, if they weren't on a date, then I concede what I said, and it's totally different. If they're just platonic friends, then no, you're not required to do anything outside of being a friend. But if they're courting each other, then there's nothing wrong with holding a woman's bag.
How can you court somebody on the first time that you meet her?
That's what courting is, getting to know them. It doesn't matter if it's the first time, the second time, or the third time. Courting is introducing yourself and presenting yourself to them as
every chick that you meet. You gonna carry her bag if she needs you to carry her bag?
If I am courting a woman and she asks me to carry her bag, yes, I don't have a problem with carrying her bag.
What if you're not courting her and she asks you to carry the bag? Are you gonna carry?
Well, that's random. That's if a random woman comes up to me and I'm just walking, she asks me to carry her bag. Then no.
You know her. You're not courting her. Are you carrying her bag?
I know her. I'm not courting her. Am I carrying her bag?
Yes.
It depends. It depends. There's nuances in that. Every situation is different. I can't just answer that.
You a bag carrier. you a bagger.
You can try to label it however you want to make it sound funny, but for you to say that a man is a simp because he's carrying someone's bag is crazy to me.
I'm not laughing. I'm telling
but he didn't call you a simp.
You the type of guy to take her bag and make sure that she's taken care of so that you can prep her for the next guy who she don't have no. Listen, here's
now we're adding stuff. I never know. I'm not the type of guy to prep anyone for the next person. I'm the type of guy to be a gentleman to my lady. If she wants me to carry her bag because
that's not your lady.
That's not your chick, bro. for some reason, you got this impression.
No, I think what it is, I think you've been married for so long that you don't understand what it means to actually date and court a person. So you're looking at it from the outside looking in of someone who's been married for 20 something years. And you're saying, oh, I wouldn't carry a random woman's bag because you've been in a successful relationship. But when you actually meet a person initially, you do those type of things in order to get in their good graces, in order to show them you're a good person. So I think you're just
listen.
missing fruit.
You're the punching bag. Okay, and this is the reality: is that women look at dudes like you with this type of attitude, and you the type of guy that get taken advantage of.
Yep.
We see you every single day, and we laugh. We are absolutely giggling like little schoolgirls at people like you, who are always the ones that fuck it up for other guys because they expect for guys who they call their friends to do shit that other friends are not required to do, and then they don't have any standards for the person that they actually like. If a chick is feeling you, you don't have to get in her good graces. She know immediately, literally immediately, whether or not she likes you, whether or not she want to actually get to know you, and whether or not immediately, whether or not she want to fuck you. So if you have to get in her good graces, you never had her in the first place. You was never courting her in the first place. If you got to try to convince her to try to be a person that you would be interested in or she would be interested in, you never had her in the first place, bro. So you don't have to do all of that. My point is the problem with the culture is that women think it's okay to take advantage of guys, and that's why they say the shit that they say, but then at the same time they can advocate for equal. The reason why guys are so easily put into the friend zone is the mentality that you carry because you don't draw a line in the sand. If more guys drew a line in the sand and said, listen,
your line in the sand is carrying a bag. That's your line in the sand, carrying a bag.
The line in the sand is the line in the sand. You don't waver. You don't switch up. You don't go the other way. You don't do this. You don't do that. Either you draw a line in the sand or you don't. And they will. And
doesn't that differ from person to person? Isn't that different from each individual?
One second.
Isn't everyone's line different?
Listen, you in your feminine energy right now because you want to argue. I just want to have a conversation.
No. It's not about being in my feminine energy. It's about if I disagree with what you're saying, I'm going to say that I disagree.
Right now. Listen.
That's your opinion. You're entitled to your opinion.
Listen, we're going to be here for 3 hours. I'm going to give you space to speak. But what you don't understand is this, bro. If you don't draw a line in the sand, you're going to get trampled over.
Yep.
Women are habitual line steppers. They will respect you more if you actually draw a line in the sand and stand your ground, bro. I'm telling you the truth. Listen, man, most of the time, dudes that don't give a fuck are the ones.
How do you know that? You dated one woman your whole life.
You gotta listen, bro.
All right, hold on. We gonna stop this right now. All right. You know me, I don't know you. All right. The fact of the matter is, if you're gonna substantiate your argument, you're gonna have to do it without doing ad hominem attacks. Because what's your
definition of an ad hominem attack? I'm answering the things that you're saying. I'm not being disrespectful.
What you think about me, you don't know half of what my life is like. Honestly.
I know what you display on the internet, and what you display on the internet is that you're married and you've only been with one woman after your marriage. So how do you have all this information on dating?
Listen. If we gonna have this conversation, you're gonna have to substantiate your argument without worrying about whether or not I have been with one woman or not. That nothing
matters. That matters,
nothing to do with the conversation at all.
How does it not? You don't have any referenceable freaking information. You can't reference what you're saying.
Because I didn't add that as a part of the conversation. If I looked at you and say, okay, you look gay to me, should I add that as a part of the conversation? Or should I just be able to stand on my own?
Now that is an ad hominem attack. Just in case you don't know the definition, that's an ad hominem attack.
No. If I say you look gay to me, should I add that based off of what I think? Or should we just be able to argue the point based off of what the woman said in the video? But I'm not going to do that, though. You know why?
So do you want me to answer that genuinely, or are you just being disingenuous for the sake of trying to win the argument?
Real. You never said that you was gay, so I'm not going to add that as a part of the conversation. Okay?
But you have said that you're married, have you not? And you have said you haven't been with no women after your marriage, have you not?
I don't need to validate my marriage in order to defeat you in this conversation, is my point. Now, if you want to continue to be in your feminine energy, we can talk. Or we can just have a conversation like men and speak on the actual issue that she said. Now, you sound like one of the King Panda Bears, but I'm gonna give you grace. I'm gonna give you grace.
You should not, grace. You're not God to give me anything.
Even be arguing for women, that's hard, bro.
I'm not arguing for women. I'm arguing for men to understand that it is not a good idea for you to be so on one side or the other. It's not a good idea for you to say, I won't hold a girl's bag because it looks like I'm being XYZ. I mean, if that's what the woman that desires that you're courting, why wouldn't you do it? If you desire for her to do something, why wouldn't she do it?
And this is, again, why you in your feminine energy, because she never said courting. She never said that at all. She said, I was trying to evaluate whether or not I even
So they weren't on a date. So they weren't on a date.
No, they wasn't on a date.
Yes, they was. Yes, they was.
Q, play the video one more time,
please,
because I'm trying to give him grace.
A lot of people will be heated about why we are actually not going to be friends. I guess you'll have to let me know in the comment section. Originally supposed to do a group game night and everybody bailed, so we were just going to go do a game night ourselves. I then asked him if he wanted to go run some errands with me instead. We go, we do the errands.
We just gonna stop right there. Do that sound like they was on a date?
No, you're right. They wasn't on a date. You got that.
Thank you. So when we get back to the brass tacks of it, that's not courting. That is her asking this nigga to go run some errands with her and then carry her bags on the way back to the crib because everybody bailed on the group game night.
Yeah, but aren't they just moving as friends, like just running to the store together as friends and walking back to the same place together as friends? So they're getting things for the game night. There are bags. I hold some bags. You hold some bags. How is that automatically him being a simp?
She never. Okay, let me play the video for you again. And I'm going to play it to the point where she talked about the bags, because we got to have our listening skills on it.
A lot of people will be heated about why we are actually not going to be friends. I guess you'll have to let me know in the comment section. Originally supposed to do a group game night and everybody bailed, so we were just going to go do a game night ourselves. I then asked him if he wanted to go run some errands with me instead. We go, we do the errand stuff. Of course, it's my errands, so I'm really the only one buying anything. I don't get that much stuff, but I've got a good enough size bag and had walked about 20 minutes to the store.
So where is it that they were getting stuff together?
Well, she asked him, hey, because they both had the plan to go to this game night. The game night got canceled. She said they decided they wanted to do a game night together. She asked him, hey, do you want to go run some errands with me? Apparently, he agreed to go run those errands with her. She said that they both walked 20 minutes, which for me, why not call it Uber? But whatever. The story is they walked together, which he agreed to go with her to go do these errands. And on the way back from doing these errands, there was this whole situation about the bag. If there were no expectations, if he agreed to go to the store with her and they were both in agreement that they were going to go back and hang out, I don't see what's the big deal of holding bags. If I'm with my homegirl and we go to a store together, I'm going to help her hold bags. I don't know. For me, like when I'm with my male friends, it's not this whole, I'm only going to do it. It's not this like super performative male masculinity thing. It's like they're just being normal. They're being friends. Nobody has any weird expectations. And so if we're going to the store together, the kind of guy friends that I have, they're automatically going to help with the bags and not expect anything from it because they're being normal guys that know how to be normal around women. So I don't know. I don't see what the issue is. And I kind of see where she was coming from, where it's just like, why do you feel like you're doing something for your girl when you're just agreeing with me as a friend to come to the store with me to run an errand. I have bags. Can you help me hold these bags? Why is it like a big thing?
Wait. So wait a minute. How do y'all get offended as women when a guy says no? At any point, because for whatever reason y'all have normalized, and this is, in my opinion, the problem, is that y'all don't respect men's boundaries in a way that men respect y'all boundaries. If he don't want to hold no bags, because I don't even know you.
Oh, then why if you don't know me, why agree to come run these errands with me?
So wait a minute, because I agree.
I think that's a different. You don't know me. You agree to hang out with me later, but you agree to come to run an errand. You don't know me, but you agree to run these errands with me. We both agree to hang out afterwards. But when we leave the store, all of a sudden you humming about these bags.
So I would say it's the expectations of it.
She expected it because she was a male.
But this is the thing. This is the thing. You see how you just got all up in arms because he said he don't want to hold bags. The fact of the matter, now it's not normal. Now I can't believe it. What, you agreed to run errands with me? I'm not your lap dog.
But it's not a lap dog. You just being a friend to somebody that you agreed to hang out with.
I agree with that.
You're just being a friend.
Listen.
What's
There's no wrong answer. He can do what he wants. He didn't offend nobody. He didn't call nobody out of their name. He didn't try to get on her. He probably don't even fucking like her.
So why run the errands if you don't like her?
Because maybe he was just trying to make sure she was safe while he was walking.
So you make sure she's safe, but then when it's time to hold the bags, you got a problem?
Bro, listen. You're not gonna bully a nigga into holding bags just because he ran an errand with you.
How was that bullying?
He don't have to do nothing.
Can you go back to the part where they had the exchange about her? Did she ask him to hold the bag?
Yeah.
Or what happened? Can you go back to that exchange? I don't get it. If they're friends, he agreed to run the errand.
We're actually not going to be friends. I guess you'll have to let me know in the comment section. Originally supposed to do a group game night and everybody bailed. So we were just going to go do a game night ourselves. I then asked him if he wanted to go run some errands with me instead. We do the errand stuff. Of course, it's my errands, so I'm really the only one buying anything. I don't get that much stuff, but I've got a good enough size bag and had walked about 20 minutes to the store, so we have to walk about 20 minutes back. The bag is kind of heavy. This dude, he's a big, muscular dude. I'm not exactly like a big, muscular woman. And I just said, can you please carry this? Oh, this is where a lot of people are going to be divided and be like, well, of course it's your bag, why would he carry it? It's fair enough. And that was exactly his reasoning. For me, it immediately killed the mood because I wasn't looking at this as an expectation that he had to do it. I asked because we are trying to be friends and he's stronger than I am. When we were talking it out, he said, oh, I would do that for a girlfriend, but I wouldn't do that for just anyone. I would do that for someone special. I don't understand the concept of doing nice things for people only in a particular situation. The fact that he said, what were you going to give me in return, is a really weird question to pose on someone when you've just met them. His other answer was that he just didn't want to be taken advantage of, to which I said, you would feel taken advantage of because you would carry someone's bag? Well, some girls are like that. They want you to carry their stuff. They want you to buy stuff for them. But this is getting even more confusing for me because I didn't ask you to buy anything. I simply just asked if you could carry this for me. What was also really hurtful about that is immediately.
Okay. All right. So yeah, he agreed to go with her. He agreed to go with her to the store. She asked him, do you want to run these errands with me? He goes to run the errands. They go to the store together. They're going back to the same destination together. Like she said, she didn't expect anything, but they're walking 20 minutes, which again, bizarre. My thing is, she didn't have the expectation.
That's why she said he killed the mood.
Well, the thing is,
that was an expectation.
Well, when she asked him, he killed the mood when she asked him, and he had this issue with it. I see both sides. For me, it's just like, me personally, I probably wouldn't ask, but I don't really deal with like male counterparts that wouldn't assist me with the bag, especially if that's like my friend. It'll be like, hey Jay, I got you. Like, let me help you with that. It's not a weird thing like, what you gonna do for me? Like this whole, I gotta move a certain type of way. because I don't want to. It's just weird. Like if
that's
that's
I
think that's cool.
If it was a female.
I think that's cool. I think it's cool that you don't deal with certain type of guys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I don't have no
guys are just
problem
normal around women.
I do have a question for Jazz.
I don't have any problem with the fact that you don't deal. If you choose as a woman,
yeah. If I'm with my homegirl,
if you choose as a woman not to deal with a certain type of guy because you don't feel like it serves you in a way that you would like it for it to serve you, I don't see no problem with that. But what I'm saying is, why does it have to be something wrong with him if on the flip side, he decides not to deal with you in the way that it serves him?
There's nothing wrong with him. I think
Y'all
that if
are
he,
making it seem like it's a problem.
If there's nothing wrong with him, I just think that if he wasn't,
There's something wrong with him.
decided to go run an errand, he should have known there would have been bags there.
He should have known there was going to be bags there.
That's crazy.
He should have known that he was going to have to be
carrying
bags in the next 20 minutes.
I just want to go ahead and put my little 2 cents in.
I just don't think it's that serious. Like, why is it a chip on your shoulder about carrying a bag? Is it that deep?
Why is it a chip
But
on your shoulder?
Is your masculinity threatened by a bag?
I just wanted to respond real quick.
You see how this go? It goes from, okay, you know what? I respect it. We just ain't got to mess with each other. To now it's a threat on your masculinity for you not to carry.
He's like, well, what are you going to do for me? And I would only do that. He's like overthinking it. When baby, we're just going to the store, picking some stuff up and going back to the place together. You're overthinking it. Like I'm trying to like take advantage of you.
I just don't want to carry your bags.
She said it was their first time meeting. She said it was their first time like knowing each other. He decided to go to the store with her and he's overthinking it like she's about to take advantage because they're walking back to the same place together. And she's like, hey, can you help me with this bag? Like, is it that deep?
Well, so you not, but see, the problem is that the question wasn't really a question. It was an expectation. You asked it expecting for me to say yes. You didn't ask it to give me the choice. And my point is that I don't believe that women truly respect men in the way that they advocated for equal. And so I think that y'all pick and choose the time that y'all want to be equal. And then you pick and choose the time when you expect for a guy to do something for you when you don't even know this guy. He don't owe you. He don't owe you. He don't know you. It's his first time meeting you. He never asked you on a date. You asked him to accompany you. And so if he say no, then just keep it moving. Don't start.
He didn't say no, Anton. He went with her to the store.
He did say no. He said no.
No, he went with her to the store.
That was after they went to the store, Jazz.
He went to the store with her. They got the groceries on the way back. He had an attitude about holding bags.
Yeah, when she asked him, she said she specifically asked him for the bags to be held. That's when he said no.
Yeah,
I never said he had an attitude. Ever.
No, he didn't have an attitude. She ended up.
What I'm saying is he agreed to go to the store. I'm not saying that she should have. She said in the video she didn't have expectations, but she asked him when they were walking back, like, hey, can you maybe hold this one? And he had all of these reasoning why he shouldn't hold it when it's for me.
She wanted him to hold all the bags. She said bags. She said more than one bag.
Well, I don't know. For me, I just don't think it's that serious. If you got a chip on your shoulder as a man about holding a bag, then
y'all think that it's gonna shame y'all to say no to a chick.
It's not that serious.
Ask you to do something that you are not required to do. You're not required to do it. You don't have to do nothing.
He's not, but it's like it's
you
also.
Don't like her, you can say no. And you,
if he didn't like her, he shouldn't have went to the store with her.
He ain't disrespect her. He didn't say none of that stuff. He just chilling.
No, and I just want to give my 2 cents real quick. I waited a bit. I can see both sides, honestly. I'm brought up in the South. I'm used to Southern hospitality. So that's what I'm used to. I'm used to men just willing to give a hand, willing to, pick something up and stuff like that. So like it's nothing, if I'm around anybody like, oh, let me help you with that real quick, sister. Let me, queen, whatever. That's just what we used to down here because that's just Southern hospitality. But I know that Southern hospitality doesn't resonate everywhere. And I do respect men's decision on not wanting to help as well, especially if we're asking them. Just like if they were to ask us, hey, ma'am, you know, I would like to get to know you better. Can I have your number? It's just as simple as a no and keep it pushing. But we get upset whenever they're like, oh, well, I ain't want you anyway. You ugly anyway, you know, and they come with all that pushback. It's like, honestly, I see this woman doing the same thing. Like, it's, you ask the question, you say you didn't have expectations, but you really expected. Your intention was expecting him to say, yeah, you know, because she mentioned, oh, you got big muscles. Why are you mentioning his big muscles if you didn't have the expectation of him actually carrying something? So I feel like it's really disingenuous for her to be like, oh, I wasn't expecting something. And you really pressed, you know, you felt some kind of way as soon as he gave you his no. That's his boundary. And I feel like on both ends, boundaries need to be respected. If we want to be respected when we say no, then they should be respected as well if they say no, you know, for whatever reason he felt like he wanted to keep, you know, explaining himself, he really didn't even need to explain himself. It should have just been a no, you know what I'm saying? But I do agree, like, you know, hey, his no was no, and you should have never expected it to begin with. This is a different era. You know, we dealing with different people. Everybody not the same. So that's just my thing.
I do agree.
I agree with that. I want to say that I thought initially.
No, Ty, your mic not working.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
I thought initially that they were on a date. It's different if you're on a date and the lady asks you to hold her bag, but just y'all going to a casual event and she expecting you to hold her bag is kind of weird. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
with
but the situation was them going to a store to run an errand, and she had bags with her, and they were walking back.
But do you think, Jazz, that she should expect him to hold her bag?
No, I don't think. I think expectations are like. Yep. Your expectations will always lead to disappointment. You should never expect anything from anybody. But right. I also don't think that men should have they shouldn't be overthinking every interaction with women that they are so worried about being praised.
It's kind of hard based off of how society is currently. Like anything you say can be scrutinized. Just like Anton saying, I look like I'm a homosexual. Anything you do can be scrutinized. And you can take it and flip it and make it look a different way.
That's not what I said.
I get that. I'm just saying, I feel like men these days are super hyper focused on being this super macho. I'm a man. You're not gonna play me. I'm not like the rest, and they just can't even be normal with women. You know what I'm saying? It's
but that's trauma, though. But that's okay to be trauma.
It's okay to be smooth. You know what I mean? If you got that much trauma, baby, go seek therapy before you get back in the dating.
But that's the same thing that we be saying about the women, though, Jazz. We be telling the women go to therapy, but they don't be wanting to go to therapy. They be like, I'm good.
This is how you know.
Any woman or man that got them this much
expectation. This was really an expectation. Because the minute that he said no, it wasn't okay, cool, keep it moving. It's it ain't all of that. You ain't got to do this. If you really need therapy, now you need therapy all of a sudden, right? Like you can't just be respected.
Well, I was just speaking to what Carmine was saying.
You can't get the same level of respect. He didn't disrespect her. He ain't say none of that type of stuff. But see, this is why I tell guys, you know what I'm saying? You have the right to say no. Because you get to see who a person really, as a matter of fact, I think that more guys should say no just to see what her attitude is going to be like from the very beginning, because that's not even the type of friend that you want to be around. Because everybody is going to be your friend when you say yes. Everybody is going to be cool with you if you say yes. The minute that you say no is when you really get to expose whether or not they really messing with you or not. And so,
but wasn't this their first encounter?
I think that you should say no, especially in the very beginning, just to see what the expectation is of whether or not they even worthy of being in your presence or carrying your bag in the first place.
So you think that a woman?
No.
So you think that if a woman
say no to everything? What if they take your advice too?
He read the room. Hold on.
You said that you believe men should automatically say no to set the stage. What if women did that as well? They automatically say no to everything.
They do. They already do that. What are you talking about? Women already say no to everything. They say no out the gate. No, I ain't doing that.
I'm not sure who's saying that. Who's so you say no to everything too?
Who?
You. Who you asking?
Who, me?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't need to say no to everything because I'm married.
You're lying. If that's the case, then women don't automatically
Let me
just
tell
say
you
no.
something.
You're telling a lie. You're lying.
I'm already listen. Shine Wilson. I'm already married. I'm talking about whenever I wasn't married, I would say no, and I witnessed.
Did you say no to your husband? Did you say no to your husband?
You said, did I say no to him about what?
Did you say no to your husband? Did you
Why would I say no to my husband? He's my husband.
Okay, so don't give people bad advice and tell them to say
No.
initially.
You don't need to give people bad advice because I'm speaking about single women out here dating. Keep it on the subject. We're talking about this single woman that was going to a game night.
Were you not single at one time?
You said what?
Single at one time.
That's what I'm telling you. I used to say no when I was single.
You didn't take the advice you're giving.
What are you talking about? I used to say no all the time to dudes that I was not interested in. I would not play around. I would not pass go. I would not collect $200 damn. I was saying no all the time. When I met my husband, I became a yes woman. What I'm saying is there's many women out here that's already saying no. Keep up. Stay on topic.
And I think that women should say no, especially to guys that they're not interested in, instead of taking advantage of them and using them and leading them to believe that it's going to be something.
Well, who's talking about people you're not interested in?
If more people was upfront with what it is that they really thought and what they really believed, you would have less misunderstandings. You would have less people getting caught in the friend zone. I don't know who's echoing. You would have less people getting caught in the friend zone, and you would have less guys spending money trying to impress people that don't even care nothing about them.
I agree, but it's just in this scenario, this wasn't that. These were just two homies.
You only hear her side though, Jazz. Listen to what she said.
We can't do nice, cute, humanly active.
You know
anymore though. Like we can't.
No, but you're missing the point. She tried to use them.
Wait, we gotta do one mic. We gotta do one mic. Let Hannah go first because it washes her out. Say what were you saying, Hannah?
She had an expectation. I agree with that. Her motives were wrong. But I'm just saying in general, we can't pick up a bag and just help somebody in general. Like that's just a nice human.
I see men do that for older ladies all the time. What's the big deal?
Listen. Here's the truth. Here's the truth. This is the part that y'all missing.
In y'all ego. If it's that deep,
y'all just not used to getting rejected. He don't like her.
No, it's not that. It's just
he didn't like her.
A kind person is not.
He did not like her, and he didn't owe her nothing.
If he didn't like her, why go run errands with her?
You know him and you know her.
Because he
didn't like her, why go to errands?
To run errands with somebody, but
if you don't like me, why run to errands with me?
He wanted to have sex with her.
You don't owe her to pick up her bags.
I agree with Q.
What about now?
Oh, there you go, Ty.
He wanted to have sex with her.
He don't like her. If he liked her, he would have carried her bags.
Stop doing
it could have been something that she said at the store that turned him off. It could have been something that happened when they was out that he wasn't fucking with. And so he don't owe her no explanation to say no.
If he don't like her and he was just
carrying your bags.
Yeah, but if he didn't really like her and was just going around her to just try to see if he could have sex, that's predatory like.
But they literally just met. Nobody could really say if they liked each other or not. Like they literally just met.
He didn't like her. Anton said he didn't like her, only wanted to go because of the.
But that's the point. That's what we saying. Like they just met. There's no way.
Well, that's what he said.
Hold on.
I'm like, if he didn't like her, like Anton said, why go to the store with her?
Wait. Where did sex get introduced into this conversation?
Didn't you say? Didn't one of y'all say
he was just probably trying to hit?
Okay, Q said that. She said that he probably only went with her to go have sex, and I'm like, that's weird. Men should stop doing that. Like, stop being around women that you really don't like that, just and pretending that you like them just so you can have sex. That's corny as hell.
To be so honest, if you follow the context of the video, the lady said that they were going to a game night together because everybody else called off. Right. She said, hey, can you come and run some errands with me? They walked. Who in their right mind would want to go to a game night by their damn self and wait for the girl to come all the way back to a game night? That really doesn't make any sense, for one. So I don't think it was about one hit. I think it was just about convenience and wanting to kill time until she got back over there to spend the time with him. It's like I think things just get taken a little bit too far, and narratives get thrown all the way to the side. Like it's not that deep. It's really not that deep. The boy just didn't want to be by his damn self. But he just met the girl. It's like, okay, cool. Let me just keep talking with her and see how she is. Whatever.
You know what's crazy is we're making all these assumptions. She knew he was a big, strong dude. I'm not the smallest dude, and women do that too. And I'm like, no. You know, we going out running your errands, right? You assuming that, but listen to all the words that we're saying. Attack on his masculinity. She got a chip on her shoulder because she came and made a video about it. You know, he's probably not even thinking about this. She tried to use him. Because, yeah, y'all, you guys are right to the extent that my parents raised me right. If I see somebody struggling, I'm going to help them. But I could read the room and I know somebody's trying to use me. Why would I do that? There's certain types of dudes. There's certain types of dudes that do these things because they want something more from a woman. No, they went out. The game night didn't go well. He's like, all right, cool, man. I'm already out. You want to do something? It's not that serious. Y'all can't beat this man
So
up.
what's
Like,
the big deal of holding the bag?
but
If we both going to the same destination,
it's a big deal if you're trying to use them.
I get it. Don't hold the bag. That's the surefire way to get taken advantage of. Holding a little grocery bag.
Yeah, but you're saying it's an attack.
Yeah, she was taking advantage of his big body that she was talking about. That
But
big
why you
muscles.
saying it's an attack
She
on
taking
his
advantage of big muscles.
It's
You're
not that
saying
deep.
it's an attack on his
I see both sides
masculinity,
though.
like you know how he feel anything. No, she telling her perspective, and I think she used a lot of dudes. And
Well,
what Antoine was saying earlier, I agree. There's so many dudes that just kiss up to girls. Like you don't have to do all of that if a girl like you. Dead ass.
yeah. But Will, the thing is,
And you know the truth is really just that they just not used to getting rejected.
That's
They're
crazy.
not used to being
Yeah.
told no. They're not used to being rejected. They're not used to somebody saying, you know what, I'm straight. I don't really feel like using my muscles for your bags. And so they can't take that shit. And so guys get rejected on a regular basis and they just take it on the chin because they're used to it. But the minute that you say no, now it's something wrong with your masculinity. Why did you come to the store with me in the first place?
That's crazy.
Now it's some ulterior motive to go along with it. They just not used to being told no. He wasn't fucking with her. And so he respectfully declined. And like I said, you don't know what happened in the whole process of her going to the store. And he was straight. And she was pressed about it. And that's why she made a whole video about it when she got home.
well, I think it was because of his responses. He made very specific responses as to why he refused to hold the bag. I
But
only
she
do
asked the
that for
question.
my
She
girl.
asked more questions.
I only do that for my girlfriend. What are you gonna do for me? And like I get what y'all saying. He if that's his boundary, cool. I'll run an errand with you, but don't ask me to help you with the bags. Like, okay, like if that is what it takes for you to feel like you're being taken advantage of, that's the only thing that I say about the masculine part, because I don't know, normal guys are not responding like, what you gonna do for me if I carry your bag to the car? It's
But
like,
Jazz,
is that really what y'all
the fact that
are
she said that lets me know
thinking
this.
about? It's like, be
She
normal.
she's
Y'all
telling her
not
side of the
together. Like,
story.
it seems like a platonic relationship, or not even a
Platonic
relationship.
relationship. We
Just
just
it
met.
wasn't a relationship, just a
We
platonic
literally just met.
interaction. But he's so worried about being taken advantage of. But this ain't even a girl you don't even know you
But
want to pursue.
Jazz,
So
he's
why you
not worried
so
Y'all
about
so
that.
pressed. You
He's
why
so
you
not worried
pressed.
so
about
like
that.
upset
She's
Over
about
a
telling
her?
her
I don't
bag.
know.
side.
I don't get
So
that. That's weird.
pressed over a
She's telling
bag.
her side. There's other stuff that happened to turn him
But
off of her.
she also
Period.
told his side too.
No, but he got to tell
You
his
can't
story.
tell his
No,
side.
exactly. You the
Well,
hero
okay,
of your
well,
story.
I'm just
In
saying,
your
like,
story, you never do wrong. Everybody's always the problem. So she's only telling that. And like I say, she's pressed to make a video. Come on, man. She wrong. She tried to use him. Next.
Yeah,
And listen, as a
Todd be
man,
trying to get in
I
there.
don't know what they told y'all, but as a guy, you have the right to say no. And you
yeah,
don't
you
owe
can.
no chick an explanation just because she in her feelings about it and just because she want to attack you as a result of it. You not weird, you don't give a fuck, and you not interested in holding a bag, and you can say no.
And it's literally the same
And my
thing with
thing
the
is,
woman.
if that's how you feel,
No, it's the same thing with a woman, because we deny men all the time and be like, no, I don't want you to have my number and everything. And it's nothing. And we don't have to give an explanation. And then as soon as we get the pushback or whatever, it's like, oh, you just raggedy, oh, you ugly, you know, this and that or whatever.
Okay.
It makes us feel some kind of way. But at the same time, it's like, if you really think about it, we could really be like, well, what y'all gonna do for me if I give you my number? You gonna come carry these bags? You gonna come and, you know, pay a bill? Like, women started doing that. Like, you gonna pay a bill? I got this, I got that. Like, women are really stepping up and they like, what you gonna do? So when men are like, well, what am I gonna get out of it? It's like, it's really shouldn't even be like a thing where we so shook about it. It's like, no, literally, like, are you
But
gonna
men
start
can,
liking me? Are we
men
gonna take
can
this, you know,
follow.
further? Like,
What
maybe
do
we'll
what do
go
you
on
think?
another date, you know?
Wait, let Ty get in there, y'all. Let Ty.
Oh, my bad.
But why is a man following a woman's lead? It's like, well, men do it. I mean, women do it. Women say, what you gonna do for me, blah, blah, blah. But then when men go and follow behind the woman, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like what Jazz is saying, the equal exchange, like what you gonna do for me if I do this, if I do that. I just don't feel like in relationships we have respect for each other at all. Like in friendships, in any type of interaction between man and woman, in today's generation, we have no respect for one another. And I think that, yes, absolutely, the man should take the lead. Absolutely, a man should hold a bag for a woman, even if he don't know her, because he's a man. That's what he's called to do.
That's his choice if he wants to do that or not, as a man leading and taking the lead.
We lack any type of chivalry or anything like that. We just say, oh, well, I'm not going to do it because you're not going to do this or do that. That don't make sense.
Well, according to scripture, you're supposed to prove a
Carmen, we
friend.
can't hear you. Carmen, say
No, according to scripture, a man is supposed to
According to scripture, you're supposed to prove a friend. So I don't know why why people are trying to advocate for people just doing stuff for random people out here that they're just now meeting. If they're choosing to want to go walk somewhere, then cool, that's within their boundaries. But if they're choosing to not go any further than that, then that's still a part of their boundaries, and that should be good.
1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 12. What it say? Love your neighbor as a believer and conduct in faith and in love, no matter what. So I don't understand why you should go and say, well, only this neighbor because I know you.
Scriptures out of context.
No,
In
that's definitely not.
Matthew 5:37, it says, "Let your yeses be your yeses and your nos be your nos." And if he said
Correct.
no, then he said
Correct.
no.
He said
So
no,
there
and
you
it
go.
should be respected.
One mic, y'all. One mic.
But what I'm saying is, as a neighbor, it doesn't matter how well you know your neighbor, you should love your neighbor. And it is his choice. But as a man, if he went to the store with her, if he decided in his own decision to be a part of whatever it is she was doing, I don't feel that he should ask for something in return to hold a bag as a man and then go and use an example like, I would do it for my girlfriend or this or that, but not for you. That doesn't make sense to me.
The problem
No,
is
the
that
thing that doesn't make
just
sense.
feeling this in the first place. That's the
The-
problem. You're
Yeah,
feeling
the
too
thing
much.
that is the
Women,
expectation.
this is why these
women.
situations, women are brainless in these topics because if she was sitting up here knowing that she was supposed to go to the store and it was going to take 20 minutes, why didn't you pre-plan? Why did you carry something heavy in the first place? Why did you get all of those things? I'm not messing up my rotator cuff. I'm not going to mess up that man's rotator cuff going a long distance. Let's start there. So you didn't pre-plan. And
Well, the
you
plan
must feel
changed
some type
last minute.
of way. Well, then adapt or die.
That's what
Because
they
at this
did.
point,
No, like no, honestly, Lex, like really, like with what you're saying is so true. I'm not understanding. If the man would have said no, he didn't want to go to the store, she still would have had to grab the bags anyway. So it's like, what are you really upset about if you just met this man and you have set an expectation for somebody you absolutely do not know, and then you want to sit there and try to use Timothy to go ahead and give your leeway to what your own expectation is, when this is a man of whatever culture he has. You don't even know if he even believes in God. This could be an atheist, and we over here expecting a man to be a certain way, character, shape, form. That doesn't make any sense at all. Nobody is using wisdom when it comes to these men, and that is the absolute downfall with these young women and these women that want to put all these expectations on men and expect the highest of the highest thing out of people that's still growing just like you and me. That's crazy.
It's okay for her to expect a man to hold a bag. It's not that deep. And you brought up scripture.
It is that deep. Y'all making it that deep.
That's why we brought up scripture. It's not about him.
I brought up scripture because it says to prove a friend, and y'all want to think that everybody is just okay to just trust and be like, yeah, let me do this, let me do that. You can't trust everybody. It says trust no man in scripture also as well. If you want to pull that one up, trust no man. But y'all out here want a man trust him enough to carry a bag that you can carry your own damn self. He could have not just went to the store. You would have still had to carry it. Make that make sense.
Okay. Anybody
I
else?
made it make sense. I make it make sense, babe. He literally went and said that he wanted to be a part of whatever she was doing. She asked him to hold a bag.
And he said no, which is a boundary. That's fine. What are you so pressed about?
The question, why is it an issue? It's because men lead. She should be able to ask a man.
He led by saying no. How is that not leading if the man is telling you no? That is leading by saying no. If a man is saying, hey, I don't want to do this, we're doing something else, then that's what that is. A woman needs to be a woman and follow and say, you know what, it's okay, and not feel some kind of way. If your man told you, hey, I don't want your fro today, I want you to slap on a wig, what you gonna say? Oh no, that's not a man. That's crazy. It's your husband. They're leading. You gotta follow them.
But
you let the man lead in the way you should go. But you want to sit here and give pushback whenever the man say no. How is that leading? How is he going to be a leader if the woman wants to not agree with the no?
He couldn't.
He said no.
We
He said no.
We got to go to the next topic.
But he led by example by just going with her because he wanted her to be safe. That
he went with her to be safe.
Literally.
Yeah, but that should be enough. If she was struggling, right? And I always this dude make his own video because you always see this differently because she left a lot out. You know, I could tell she got an attitude.
Well, this is the only video we have.
Correct, and the man said no, so that's all that you need to lead by.
Not Will.
What's up?
Oh no, go ahead. Do it. Talk again.
No, so real
you went out. We didn't hear like the last part you said. You went completely out. So repeat everything you just said.
Damn, I know a lot of females that do these to these dudes. You know, like homeboy spoken earlier. I know dudes like them. They get used. We laugh at them because she's going out. He was leading by example by saying, all right, I'll go with you just to keep you safe. You know what I'm saying? She took that as an advantage. Oh, you big and strong. I'm going to use you now. No, I don't have to. I'm not your slave. I'm not your little whooping boy. There's a difference. If we heard the whole context of what happened and heard his side, I feel we'd be saying a lot of different things. She tried to use him, and he ain't no sucker. That's just what it is.
A whooping boy for holding a grocery bag from the store, y'all.
Like I said,
we gotta go super chat, y'all.
Well, I'm taking it real deep.
I'm about to be on this one topic for 2 hours. Okay.
Yes.
Anton, you're muted.
But he's right, man. Like we acting like women don't at the smallest level and at the highest level take advantage of guys. It's women that don't go out to eat by themselves unless they go with a guy so that they can make sure that he pays. It's women that don't go to the store unless they figure out somehow to find a guy to take them because they know that he gonna pay for their stuff. It's women that literally label guys on their phone as food. Guys have been taken advantage of so much that now that we have an opportunity to speak for ourselves or to add value in the other guys' lives and say, hey, listen, hold on for a second, big dog. You might want to say no and stop just jumping straight at the first opportunity because you think that it's going to lead to a better friendship or really is just going to lead to you being in the friend zone. And y'all need to start having hard boundaries. Listen, if you just really want somebody, because these is grown folks, if you need somebody, then go get you a husband, bro. I'm not your man. I'm not your husband. I don't owe you nothing. I don't owe you nothing. It's bad enough that if I go to the store with you, that I'm responsible for making sure that you protect it. That should be enough. That should be a thank you in itself. Now I'm all of a sudden required, and if I don't, then I lost my masculinity. Like, who is you? And it's like the lack of humility in women is crazy because we got so many women sitting here telling us what men should do. Says who? Last thing I thought
God speaks as to what a man should do. And that's what we're speaking on. God speaks on what a man should do.
He didn't say that a man should do it for any woman that gets in his presence.
1 Timothy 4:12, set an example for the believers in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity. When you're going and you're putting yourself in these situations with any type of fellow, any woman, any man, anything, the way you conduct yourself amongst those people, I feel as though should be in love. And I don't think that
it is. I'm telling you, no, in love.
As an act of kindness, bad for her.
I'm telling you, no, in love.
That's fine. You can say no, but you said who are women to say what a man should do if they have any?
The act of kindness was him going to the store.
First of all,
that was the act of kindness.
Hold on. Let's really put it in perspective.
Yeah, please.
I don't listen to no woman teaching me nothing out of the Bible.
Why?
Because the scriptures say that women shouldn't be preaching.
Oh, you one of them?
No, I'm reading out of the same word of God that she's reading out of.
If you say the word of God, go with the whole
The scriptures say that a woman shouldn't even be teaching men in the first place, especially when it comes to scripture. Mm-hmm. So if you really want to get down to the brass tacks of the hierarchy of things, you shouldn't even be quoting scripture to me out of the Bible.
No,
So why do so many women leave Bible? Why do so many women leave Bible study for children?
Because they're out of order.
They out of order leading Bible study at the church.
Out of order.
Absolutely know their Bible.
Just because, listen, the same reason why you see gay flags.
The Lord, even amongst his disciples, the Lord washed his disciples' feet. There's no hierarchy when it comes to knowing.
I didn't see no woman in there that he was washing his feet.
Mary Magdalene was with them. So what are you talking about?
He didn't watch. She wasn't a disciple.
It doesn't matter, but she spoke.
It does matter.
She knew her word just as the other disciples did.
You can know it, but that means that you learn it.
She advised just as anybody else.
Where did Mary Magdalene teach the word of God?
I didn't say Mary taught the word of God. I'm saying she advised.
Well, that's what we're talking about right now.
And
yeah, y'all should learn it so that you know exactly how you should.
You don't think that it's okay for women to reinforce the word of God, though?
No, you can't tell me nothing.
Okay, that's ego.
What do you mean by reinforce? You mean like actually do it themselves? Or are you talking about like tell the man?
Meaning that I have the knowledge of God, I know the word of God, so I'm going to spread the good news to other people. You don't think God designed women to do that as well, to spread the word?
He designed y'all. He said,
"You help me."
What would a woman help?
Doesn't that help to spread the good word of God?
No, it doesn't. It confuses people.
Y'all making shit up.
It confuses people, and y'all, and the reason why women do it is because they're out of order.
No, Priscilla was a teacher.
I would say if they're doing it with their husband as a unit, then yes. But if they're just doing it by themselves, then that's a whole nother thing. Like, I don't think that women should just be out here thinking that they can tell a man how they should be or they should not be. That is for men to deal with men, because that's how it was in scripture. You want to deal with scripture, that's how scripture is. You read Old Testament, New Testament, that's exactly how they dealt with each other in churches, everything. But whenever it came down to Priscilla and Aquila, that was a husband and wife that did it together. So I believe that a man and a woman that are actually married and joined together, they can do that together. But the Aquila did not go Priscilla did not go by herself and go try to correct no apostles. She did that with her husband.
What I'm telling you is, through a woman, a man can grow in Christ because marriage is a ministry. So I don't feel that it's out of line for a woman to be able to advise a man about anything biblical.
It doesn't matter about
you said in marriage, though.
Wait.
Without her head, it is.
Are you going by the scripture, or are you going by how you feel?
God uses everybody as vessels.
Are you going by the scripture, or are you going by how you feel?
I'm telling you scripture.
No, you're not.
So, no, you just said
without your head.
You literally just said I don't feel.
Let's put scripture then.
Now it's turning into a Bible study. I thought we was going to the next thing, Q. Come on now.
Hold on. You know, real quick, when we have these conversations and I watch these conversations, it amazes me how it's like everybody wants men to be gentlemen, right? But nobody tell ladies how to be ladies. Nobody.
No, they want men to be leaders, but they don't want to let them lead.
But if you're not
they want to insert themselves in everything.
I'm gonna say it again. If I'm not a leader, then I'm your whipping boy. That's exactly what it is. You're gonna use me for everything. There's women, I know girls that got dudes in there, literally food, literally ride. That's crazy. Imagine if a man did that. I got this girl on my phone, just all right, jump off. I got this girl over here for money. That's crazy, man. It's the standards are jacked up. That's what I'm saying.
I don't. People are saying that you need to be used and pay for things and do random acts all the time for people that you're interested in. I think we're just saying we can do a nice act if we choose to do it, and pick up someone's bag or pick up a piece of trash that's not yours and throw it away. We can do little things around our community or the planet, right? That would help, and we're going out of our way to do it.
So Hannah, I'm gonna say something that says a lot. Two things could be right. You know what I'm saying? So if that dude told his side of the story, you might get a different perspective. That's all I'm saying. If a woman, look, it has to be my choice. If I see you're struggling, right, you're not gonna tell me, oh, because you're big and strong, you have to carry. No, I don't have to do nothing. I'll help you if you need help.
I get what you're saying, Rosie. I just want to say that, do women want to be treated like ladies, or you want to be treated as equal? Because if he treated her as an equal. He treated her as an equal.
They don't know. It depends on how they feel.
Your own bags, but y'all saying, oh, well, that's the Southern thing to do. No.
So just because we want to be treated like equal humans, you can't be a gentleman?
Women want to be treated like ladies.
For women.
That's all. He's treating you as an equal. Don't we want to say that?
So just because we're treating each other equally as humans, you can't be a gentleman? I can't be feminine? I don't understand.
You don't know how it feels, right? You don't know how it feels.
I don't think that's correct. I think y'all overthinking this shit.
No, but y'all
to be honest,
so pretty much.
So they pretty. Y'all talking about scripture?
But y'all don't
like,
know.
calm down.
Jazz.
Can you shut the fuck up?
Because this will never end. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll fight another day.
I was still waiting on the scripture. I thought it was about to come out. I don't know.
Y'all want the scripture or no?
We're talking about just being a kind person.
Hold on. I want to make sure that the scripture is very clear.
Nice.
1 Timothy 2:12. Okay. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. That's what it says.
Well, literally. See, that's what the interpretation is, right? Because if you look at the egalitarian view,
the egalitarian?
Yo, Jazz, you funny, man.
Well, there's different interpretations of the Bible, is it not?
You said egalitarian?
Listen.
I'm saying is,
the scripture. Hold on. We gotta go to the
verses that affirm women.
We gotta go to the super chats.
No, he wants to go to super chats because he's taking it out of context.
Now it's out of context.
It is because in Timothy they was in Ephesus and they were worshiping goddesses, and God is correct.
No. That was
about women. Paul specifically. No, don't try to move past portion of the Bible. Don't misquote the Bible.
Paul specifically, who wrote a large portion of the Bible, specifically highlighted, specifically demanded, and emphasized that a woman was to be silent and that she was not to usurp the authority of men and to not be a preacher. This is not even debatable. This is written all throughout the New Testament and the Old Testament. I don't even know why this is even a debate.
So where's yours to show where the women can teach?
You are not to be in the pulpit. You are not to be a preacher. And just because they doing it, don't mean that they doing it the right way. I see a lot of alphabet community people leading Bible service and singing and flying rainbow flags in front of the church too. That don't mean that it's right. The word is the word. No matter what you want to say, it hasn't changed. It's the same word that it was yesterday, that it is today, and it's going to be tomorrow.
It says Acts 18:24-26. Priscilla with her husband
was a prophetess.
Yeah.
Huldah was a prophetess.
We got to read
Mary Magdalene was the first.
Phoebe, a deacon, and Junia.
A deacon.
Gotta go to super chat.
Okay. So
wait, real quick. The question is, where was the pastor? Because you said they could be pastors, they could teach. Prophets and pastors are not teachers. Teachers. You said we are talking about women teaching.
Can you shut the fuck up?
You're
Super
back.
chat.
What are you
Yes.
talking about?
Anton can do another show with Bible study with y'all. But tonight is not.
It's always gonna come back to it, Q, for real. Because at the end of the day, we're lost as a generation. We don't.
have
We
to
We
don't.
read the
very
super
lost
chat. I don't know what
and
y'all.
misinformed.
I'm about to start reading.
We
Equal
got a time.
opportunity
We got a
folks
time limit,
says
and we
salute
gotta
All
get
right,
to the
let's go.
super chat.
Jazz look like YZMA off of Emperor's New Groove. Anonymous Space says she started off saying it wasn't an expectation, just to turn around and complain, thus implying that it was an expectation. She's bugging. Tresh with the knife says panel has more people on it than the One Blood remix. Femi Smith says something about jazz and these MF braids. God bless you, woman. No more excuses. In my TK Kirkland voice, who raised you, Shine Wilson, you have to stop being the white knight. Payne says getting women ain't hard. Bro, such a square. Anonymous Base says if women don't owe men submission, then men don't owe women chivalry. No more excuses. Why is it that we have normalized expectations for men, but can never assume expectations for women? Ian says, that is emasculating. I'm not carrying your bag. Vaughn says, Shoddy said one bag. She better switch hands if her arms get tired. What the F? Anonymous Space says, killed the mood. Equals she had the bad attitude. Tresh says, carry no woman's bag if she won't carry your sack. Why so serious gaming? This is why women expect protection. Construct Icon says expectations are often resentments in the making. Magnetar says bottom line, they both fumbled. She was interested and that was her way of saying it. Dude wanted boxer for carrying bags. It's a tie. Both are goofy. Mr. Undisputed says, so if a woman goes to a hotel room and doesn't go all the way with the man, is that okay? Or should we go at her the way Jazz is going at the dude?
Yeah,
Nailed
that's
my
okay.
thing says
What's
Anton
the other
right.
way?
I used a friend I knew liked me for movies and car repairs. I've changed now though. Nils Bache says, but carrying her bag is just being a gentleman. Guillermo says, my dad told me at age 12 to tell my friends I was always broke even though I had money. To see who were my real friends are. I was told and I understand that. You guys are grown and don't. Shaking my head. Outside the echo chamber says his muscles, his body, his choice. High Tolerance says, salute Q, Anton in the panel. So what's the expectation if she's been riding around all day on E and decides to get gas with her friend? Is she expecting him to pump? Slimmy, shout out to Slimmy. Happy birthday, DJ Ace Productions. Have a great stream to the panel. Welcome back, Jazz. Your voice is amazing. I gotta hear you kill it in person. See y'all tomorrow. Anton, the can man, down bad. Needling behavior. Shut the F up. Anonymous Space says the Bible also calls for us to practice wisdom. Equal Opportunity Smoke says the problem in society is women are entitled as F. Zero Fallout 1 says women just mad they can't take advantage of men anymore. Love how they can talk about how a real man. Look at their relationships. Just call them Owens. I say 0 for 50 in love. Chef G Wop says his body, his choice. Mr. Cool Cuz Q had a point. If it was another woman, then what? Ryan says, Mr. Carson, please snatch the camera. John McCullough says, I bet you're, she won't. I bet I bet she won't. Captain Caveman says, women can quote scriptures, but can't quote recipes. First person shooter maid says, thought they were strong and independent and don't need no man. Yeah, okay. Jaquin says, women want the authority of men, the privileges of women, and the accountability of children. James says, just came from Abba and Steve night debate on Charlie Kirk. Hope everyone having a wonderful night. Tanya Davis says, Anton, the Holy Spirit is so good. I was just watching a video on if women could preach yesterday because I believe we can't. We can evangelize all unbelievers and teach, disciple women and children. Zero Fallout 1 says, you have no right to a man's help. Women should think before trying to buy more than they can carry, especially if he's not her boyfriend. Why don't they think what might inconvenience a man? Username _ Delta says, pass me Jazz, I can tame her. Me University says she can give testimony, encourage, and read historically and lead certain ministries underneath a deacon. When women lead, men get lax and act boyishly. And shout out to everybody that sent the super chats. We appreciate you guys. Hit the like button. Then went down left, right, and back around. Okay. Make sure you guys hit the like button. If you are interested in coming on stream, you have to hit me up on IG. So let's go into the next topic with Ayesha Curry. She's once again a wife that's in the media.
I don't know if anybody else noticed this, but Ayesha Curry is putting in maximum effort to let the world know that she is struggling with trying not to cheat on her husband. And because she can just smell an opportunity to embarrass this man, because she gets on every interview telling everybody about just how frustrated she is with his success, how frustrated she is that women desire him, how much she wished it was her being lusted after by people who don't give a f about her, how desperately she wants to get attention from other men, how locked down she feels with the kids. Every interview she goes on, she unwarrantedly forces us to listen to her vent about her not wanting to be with her husband. She wants to go be Glorilla or something. Like, we get it, bro. Just go drop an album or something. Like, stop embarrassing this man, bro. It's getting pathetic.
Go drop an album. It's hilarious.
Please tell me this is not recent.
Yeah, I didn't see what she
Yeah,
what did
it
she
was
say?
recent. So basically, here's the additional context. So they were reacting to some stuff on Instagram, and Killer Mike was saying, yo, she really want to be Glow, and so on and so forth. And so Steph Curry jumped in the comments and was responding to him and was basically saying, yo, I expected better out of you. We good over here. Don't worry about her, so on and so forth. So it then generated more conversations about how she's this is what they're saying is that, she really want to be out here. She keep disrespecting him. She keep on messing up his legacy, so on and so forth. So that was the context behind it.
What exactly did she say?
Well, she went on several. Well, her latest podcast that she went on was a call her daddy podcast, and so she was saying how she didn't expect him to be in the NBA, and so she was expecting to be a career woman and to be making more than him, and several different things like that. I didn't watch the whole interview. I watched a lot of it. She was saying that, I think she said that she didn't necessarily care for being famous and in the spotlight. And she also went on to say something about having kids and stuff like that. So
is it a way that we can pull that video so we can have the exact
it's a
context?
long interview. Like, it's like an hour and a half. So if you would have to go through and source it and clip it up. But the point is that several different people believe that it's disrespectful for her to continue to talk about and seemingly emasculate Steph Curry as a result of it. So
it is disrespectful. It's extremely disrespectful. It's disrespectful from Ayesha Curry. We see it from Michelle Obama doing the whole thing with Barack Obama. You jealous of your husband. Your husband made you famous. Your claim to fame is that you marry Steph Curry. And she gets every opportunity she gets, it's something to do with this man. Well, how I didn't know, how I didn't want to be famous. I'm like, didn't you just try to do a cooking show that didn't work out for you? That didn't work out for you. It's extremely disrespectful. You don't see Savannah James talking about LeBron James anywhere, but every chance you get, you want to talk about this man and how you didn't expect, like, that is your claim to fame. And it's not even Ayesha Curry. It's not just her. It's a lot of other women too. Michelle Obama did it. She on this podcast embarrassing the hell out of Barack Obama. You were married to Barack Obama. I don't even know Michelle's maiden name. Does anybody else know it? I only know Michelle Obama. So if you're married to this type of man, what else do you want?
Well, I mean, from I don't know which clip y'all talking about, but I did recently see a clip of Ayesha Curry just kind of saying how she had a different trajectory, like idea of where her life was going to go. And then she ended up marrying Stephen Curry and kind of gave up her life and what she wanted to pursue for her life to be with him, which I think a lot of men say women should do, right? We got to give up everything to be on a man's program. She did that, right? And the couple clips that I saw, I think she was just having like a human experience and just kind of reflecting like oh, my life went like this, but I was pursuing this or I was pursuing that. I from the one clip, like I said, I don't know which one of you guys are particularly talking about, but I've never seen any clip of her saying anything disrespectful. She was just kind of reflecting on what she thought her life would be. And I think that some people have this idea that because women marry certain type of men, that they have to pedestalize them forever, and everything that they do, they should just be like, oh, I'm so glad everything went like this because my man is like this, and I shouldn't,
Nobody's asking her to do that. Nobody's asking to pedestalize him. Nobody's asking her to do that.
Oh, can I finish?
All we asking is for you not to embarrass your husband. Why are you going to?
What did she say that was embarrassing?
Well, it's embarrassing to say that I never wanted to be married. I never wanted to have kids, but yet you have 4 about this man.
But she did
that.
I
want to be famous. I want to be out here being single. I want to be.
That's not what she said, though. She said that she had an acting career that she was pursuing. She even said that she didn't even think Steph Curry liked her when they were in church because he was the guy that every girl liked. So she didn't even think he was on her radar. And when she went out of town, he expressed to her that he thought he was going to be a pastor. So I think she was just saying, like, it's okay for you to say, like, man, I thought I was going to be this and that. But how is it disrespectful when she gave all of that up for him? Isn't that what men want women to do, to give up their lives for them and get on their program?
Can I say something? I just think some things shouldn't be said.
Yep.
But what did she say that is so wrong?
The first thing I recall, not this what happened recently, because I don't know, her wanting more attention from men. That it will ever be. That's what, for me, that's how she's branded to me. You are a married woman wanting attention from these men on social media. So you're living the life. Granted, we don't know nothing about Steph Curry like that. Nobody has came out and said he cheated. And it's like some things she should just keep to herself. You chose this life.
Yeah,
you already knew. You know what it signs up to be with the athlete. You already know that, right? So if you miss this life, you want to be an entrepreneur. Granted, you have a restaurant, which wouldn't be funded unless he was famous, because it's really he's famous. So it's like, I just like, if you want your life so bad, go get it. Go divorce him.
For me, I feel like it's giving real ungrateful, honestly. And when I understand where Jazz is coming from when she's saying, like, she had her come to moment where it's like, oh man, I was trying to pursue this, I was trying to pursue that. You have those moments in that kind of spotlight in private by yourself. You like, go talk to God about that. Like, talk to your husband and let your husband know, look, this is how I'm feeling. That's the whole purpose of him being there, to see like, okay, well, maybe I could work this out for you. Maybe I can, pull a few strings or something like that. Instead of it being more like an individualistic type of, notion, like you going vent on the social media. Like, it's not like us going vent on social media. Like, you're Steph Curry's wife. All eyeballs are on you at all times, and so that's where the embarrassing thing comes into play, because it's like there's certain things that we won't say on the internet and that we keep to ourselves or we deal with in private. It's the same thing for her. And I feel like that is being human. Everything should not be shared on social media. Social media is not something that you have a come to moment on. People have different perspectives, different opinions, and they will lay you to the grave. So I feel like as a married woman, we're supposed to protect our image, our legacy at all costs, no matter what. Because even if it was just us, we would still be trying to protect our image and our legacy if we were just by ourselves. Certain women don't do certain things. You know what I'm saying? And I know, Jazz, you resonate with that, because I know you don't just be out here just having come to moments all the time.
No, but the thing is that I don't. That's why I'm like, do we have the exact clips? Because what exactly is she saying that's embarrassing him?
She's been doing this.
I just watched it. The fact is, it's embarrassing for you to even say that. Did she say
what? What did she say?
She said that she.
Hold on, y'all. We gotta do one mic. She said
that she wouldn't be married, that she wasn't looking to have kids, that she wasn't expecting Steph Curry to be this NBA player. All of that, you saying that out loud, and this is your husband?
She's ungrateful.
Well, I guess so. I guess the part that
her life would be better.
Well, no, Jazz.
We got
Jazz.
why y'all talking all over each other?
He said that she hated when he got famous early in his career. She said she hated it at first. That's what a lot of.
I think that it is disrespectful. I think, but in saying that, I think it is disrespectful. But in saying that it's disrespectful, like that's different from person to person. It may look disrespectful to me, but it may not look disrespectful to Steph Curry. And I think that's the problem. I think the real problem is that the content that we ingest is the content that content creators are going to make. So it could be possible that she could be playing all of us and she could just be getting on the TV to say some things in order to get likes, clicks, and views, and we run with it. I think the way people display their personal relationship, it's hard for you to actually put a stamp on what's disrespectful, what's not disrespectful, because we're on the outside looking in.
We'll take off his last name then. Say that shit and take off his last name and see.
Well, that's respectfully, that's your opinion. That's your opinion, but Steph Curry might not have a problem with that.
And more Ayesha Curry's lined up. So take off his last name if you want to talk about him like that.
You know what's funny? When a man's getting emasculated, right? Nobody talks about his masculinity. But when a man's being a man, we want to say it's toxic masculinity. I don't blame her. I actually went to school with her on Harvard Online. This wasn't the person that was in my class. You know what I'm saying? The reality is this. It is disrespectful. If you can't see it from a man's perspective, for my woman, knowing that I'm a public figure, to be out here down in our relationship saying she's not happy when a lot of women would dream for a dude like this. But I don't blame her.
Did she say I'm not happy?
Who would be disrespectful to?
She
Who
has.
would be disrespectful to?
We talking on to her marriage. What do you mean?
Okay, so to her marriage. So how do you then insert his disrespect? We don't know whether or not it's disrespectful until Steph Curry says it's disrespectful.
That was good.
But here go the feminine energy. Don't interrupt me, dog. I'm not interrupting you. What I'm saying is this, because I've been married. If my wife did that, that's going to be disrespectful. Hold on. Let me stop interrupting me, dog. I'm not a woman. Chill.
I could care less if you were a woman, chicken, cat, or dog. If you say something that I feel as if I need to insert my opinion, you're speaking to me.
No, you could be respectful and wait for me to finish. Like I'm waiting.
This is me being respectful.
We all wait for each other to finish. One
disrespectful to you.
Let me land.
Go ahead, finish. You have the right to finish.
At the end of the day, right? Other men are looking at Steph a certain way. Point blank, period. People in general are looking at Steph a certain way. We know Steph for being the best basketball player. We don't know about his relations. We don't care about that. But now we have to care about that because she's putting it out there. But at the end of the day, the only part I agree with y'all on somewhat is I blame Steph. I blame Steph because he allowed this. Think about this. Killer Mike just made a general statement, and here comes Steph saying, no, she could say this, she could say that. So if he's all right with her putting his business...
That's my point. That's my point. He didn't find it disrespectful, so why should you?
Let him finish.
This kills me, dog. You're right. But I'm telling you, listen, we're talking
I know
about...
I'm right.
All right, man. This is wild, brother. You a special dude. But what I'm saying is this. Other men are looking at Steph a certain way. That's all I'm saying. As men, we respect each other a certain way. You don't have to disrespect your woman. There's married women on this platform. They will never put their man or their relationship out there like that. You got to talk go to your therapist. The internet is not your therapist. The issue is she needs attention. She's not getting the attention Steph is. So she's jealous of him. That's what I feel. And it's not just one interview. She's done multiple where she's literally said that. I wanted to do A, B, C, and D, and I don't feel I could do this. No, Steph is the reason we know you. We probably would have never known you if it wasn't for Steph. Now, Malin, sir, you could go ahead.
Go, sir.
He don't.
See, he don't got nothing to say. This is
weird
activity. You're weird, bro. You're weird. You're all female.
I said everything I needed to say. I don't have anything to say. I concluded my opinion and my point.
Like I'm talking to a woman. Just talk. You say what you gotta say when I'm done. Go ahead.
He said he already done. What I think it is from what I said from the beginning. I think that as women and men, we have no respect for another because we don't understand what we're supposed to be doing to serve one another from how our Creator created us. And I really do think that God is at the origin of everything. I'm going to bring it into everything because I think that it's important. And I think that she gets online and she says what she needs to say just because that's what her prerogative is. And I think that it's for him to correct that. But outside of their relationship, I think that there may be a misunderstanding in how they're conducting their life. But I think that that's a misunderstanding from the origin, not from how they conducting it, if that makes sense. Like, you got to take it back to how God wants you to do it. And I think that with her, she's experiencing such dysphoria because she's looking for fulfillment within Steph and not within herself. She's not looking for it from within the Creator. She's looking for it not from Jesus, but from Steph, like to make her happy, to make her fulfilled, to make her satisfied. And if he's not doing that, she's taking it to the internet. And I think that is disrespectful. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely agree with that, especially that last sentiment, for sure. You need to be giving all of that to God if that's what she believed. I don't know if she a believer or not or anything like that, but when you're leaning so hard onto your husband and you throwing out all of these emotional tantrums out onto your husband, it's like our husbands are just men. Yeah. Like, we need to go to the one that actually created us and knows us, from the depths of us or whatever. And I definitely agree that, women and men don't respect, one another's, plights or whatever, which is what we were talking about earlier. It's all about respect. If somebody's saying, hey, it's this or whatever, and then it's like, no, it's that. It's always something else.
Can we just get away from bringing the Bible and scripture into this?
I never will. That'll be my perspective.
The clip was about her disrespecting what she said out loud. Something should be kept within the two. If she feels this way, that's fine. That has nothing to do with scripture, because that's completely separate. Because if we go into the scripture and all of that, I feel like I'm a Bible study.
We're not talking about scripture. We just talking about just moral values, sweetie. So I'm sorry if you feel triggered by it, but we're just talking about morals. It's all right. It's okay. You can say your opinion without trying to smash any of what we're talking about.
Right. What we're talking about. That.
Continue.
Separate. Lord can trigger.
We're gonna bring Christ into it every time. So just
like
y'all do know that nobody can hear anybody when everybody is talking at the same time. So even if you insert yourself into
you're always trying to run somebody over.
If you insert yourself into the conversation, if it's over when somebody else is talking, nobody gonna hear you anyway. So y'all might as well just be patient.
Yeah. I see all perspectives. I can see from from the married point of view. I guess you being in those marriages, you feel these kind of conversations should just be held within the marriage and not on public spaces. I get that, but like I said, and I also do agree, like what Q was saying, she's saying that she needs attention from other men. That's a little outrageous. I definitely can agree to that. But like the latest thing that I saw was her just kind of like, I didn't know this was going to be my life, and this is my life. I guess for me, on my ears, it just didn't seem disrespectful. It was just her having a real moment. But I can understand why some people will see it as disrespectful. I just don't.
Yes, look at you. You seeing everybody's perspective now. I love it.
Mm-hmm. Anybody else? Lex?
I don't know. If I was married, which I'm not, I wouldn't be on a platform at all, because it's too much on social media. It's just too much going on, too many opinions. And for you to be venting is what she's doing. It's not honorable to your husband. It's not honorable to your household. And if I did have a husband, I want to love and honor that. So I would be enjoying my marriage. I wouldn't be on a platform.
Amen to that.
Yeah, I think that I've learned being a content creator, probably going on 12 years now, that I guess when I got into the game, it was still fairly new, especially YouTube. It was fairly new, so it was a whole new wave, and it was kind of like the Wild Wild West. You didn't know really how to move, what to do, and all of that. And I think that the internet is still fairly new right now because it's still in its infancy. in reality. As long as we've been on the internet, social media itself is still in its infancy. What I've learned personally is, as much as possible, keep your family off the internet as much as possible.
Yeah.
Especially, I'm a small, especially compared to somebody like a Steph or something like that. I think LeBron does it the right way, and that he kind of limits the exposure of his girl because I don't know what that is, but I don't think that there's anything right that she can say that's not going to be criticized. And the problem with that is that I think that guys got a lot thicker skin. Some guys, not all guys, but guys have a lot thicker skin than women. And so, in a way, you kind of got to protect that because every single thing that you say when you a Steph Curry, which is an international star, is going to be scrutinized and criticized when it comes to the things that she says. And so, a lot of times, I think I don't know who need to be muted, but
Yeah.
a lot of times, I think that it's important to just kind of just remove that completely because it's not going. I don't think anything good can come from it. Personally, I don't think that unfortunately for her, she wants visibility. It's not that I think that she's saying anything wrong per se today, but I think that the problem is that she don't want to live in his shadow. She wants her own identity. She wants her own visibility, and that just don't work well. It don't even work well for celebrity children. Like Michael Jordan's son. Like the minute that he step out, they're like, oh, look at
Doing
this dumb
cocaine.
motherfucker again doing dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? So
So do you think
anybody that is attached to a super duper star, it's
they just
almost
have to
like,
live for them?
yeah, I think that a lot of times people just be questioning it like, what is you doing? Like, what is you trying to do? Because it's not going to necessarily translate into anything positive. Because it seemed like, you just not content with your situation. You're not content with being a winner. You just got to do some shit, and it almost seems like it's a competition with the husband. You know what I'm saying? So
Do you
I
think
don't
that
understand it. I don't get it. I've never seen it work out. I don't see husband wife tandems to where like she trying to be just as significant as he is, or she trying to have some visibility. The only other time that I done seen some shit like that is maybe Jada and Will, and we seen how that shit worked out. But
mm,
when women just kind of play the background, when the husband is a super duper mega star, then it kind of work out. But the minute that they start opening up their mouths and stuff, and they got to
mm.
start being visible, it seems like that shit just go downhill from
Do
there.
you think it's wrong for a woman to like want to like have something on of her own, like have her own sense of self? Or do you think like if you are married to an affluent figure or a famous person or what have you, that you should just live, breathe, and die for them? Don't do anything that you desire. Don't speak about the things that you want. Everything you should do just should be for their praise. You think that's the best way to do it?
I don't understand why a woman's fulfillment has to come publicly is what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Why does the fulfillment have to come with validation from people on the internet? You,
Oh,
you
I'm
see
not
what I'm
saying.
saying? Like, it's plenty of things that people could do every single day. It's a million things that you can choose to fulfill you and have purpose with. Why does the validation have to come from other people?
Well, I don't know if it's. I think we're talking about two different things. I was just more so asking, like, because you said when you are dealing with people that are a mega star, you should just play in the background, whether that is on social media or in public or in private. Even if it's in private, do you think that woman should just always play in the background, never pursue anything on her own, live
I
and
don't
die
think
for
it's
her husband?
wrong. I don't think that anything that you, because I mean, it's not like they doing nothing illegal, right? I don't think it's wrong. Is it best? You know what I'm saying? Like that's the
Maybe
question
what's
that you
best for
got to
some
ask.
people may be different for others.
Well, then why he jumping in people's comments trying to defend her?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think he should
Because
know.
I think maybe because she probably did that because he probably is like, y'all don't really know anything. We good over here. Because honestly, what we all are doing right now is speculation. We don't really know why she
That's
feels.
what comes with it. That's what comes with being a mega star in
So that's
entertainment.
probably why he stepped in, because it's like, y'all don't really know. And I think he was saying it like, I'm good with her expressing herself because we probably had these conversations in private, so it's okay.
But he's not really good because apparently he don't understand that it comes with good and bad. That you're gonna have half of the internet hate you, you're gonna have half of the internet love you. And so what you gonna do? Fight everybody?
Defend his wife though.
Well,
So what in the comments? What are you gonna do?
Exactly what he did.
But
and you know what he did? He
and that TikToker that said that he came out with an apology video, and Killer Mike deleted his tweet. So
but we still talking. But I'm still talking. We still talking about it right now. There's plenty of people that's still having a conversation about it right now. All he did was create even more narrative about it, and it just when we do stuff, you gotta really count the cost. If you decide that you're gonna be famous, guess what, nigga? You're never going to the grocery store no more, and you don't have no more privacy. Like if a woman decides that she want to get with a guy that's super visible, guess what? Now you don't get to live the same life as everybody else. You can get this side of it, but you don't get that side of it. And so I don't think that she or they, and that's evident from her interviews, that she really counted the cost. And she think that she can still do the same thing that other women can do, but you're not, because you Steph's wife, and that's it. And you always gonna be known as Steph's wife. I don't care if you do a cooking show. I don't care if you do interviews. You Steph's wife. That's it.
How do we know that they didn't have an ulterior motive and they planned this and they're just putting it on the internet to get clicks, views, and likes and have us talk about it?
You want to respond to Killer Mike like that?
I don't really care what their motive is. I just care about what I think. And from my perspective, I think that it's very difficult for women to accept the fact that they're the wife and they always going to be known as the wife. Michelle Obama, I think, is having the same problem. She is very much trying to step out of the shadows of her husband.
But how do we
create her own legacy that is separate in addition to him? And I think that people are not accepting it the way that she wants to. And so she got this whack ass podcast with her big head brother.
But my point is, how do we know that that's not what they're pivoting to? How do we not know that, okay, Barack Obama is no longer the president, so he tells Michelle, go ahead and make a podcast and make it drama-filled and gain the audience attention and say whatever you feel is necessary, and here we are reacting to it as if it's factual. This is the internet.
And how does that actually add to their legacy?
That is crazy because
it adds to their financial value. How many content creators are thinking about legacy opposed to financial compensation?
A podcast adds to their financial. This nigga is narrating. He narrate National Geographic on fucking Netflix, bro, for tens of millions of dollars.
But so podcasts don't bring in money. Podcasts don't bring in money.
How much money do you think podcasts bring in? They don't bring in a lot of money at all. This is a
Anton has a podcast. I'm pretty sure Anton's pretty.
Hold on, bro.
Go ahead.
It's levels to this. Michelle Obama should not be doing the same thing that I'm doing. And then I'm beating her.
Why not?
I'm beating her week after week, month after month in views.
Y'all in competition?
No, but I do 70 million views a month on one channel.
Okay, I understand that. What's your point to that?
Not be having a goddamn podcast. It's almost like
you're moving the goalpost. That wasn't my point. My point is that they could be doing this to generate an audience.
For whatever reason,
everybody is not a bot.
Wait. For whatever reason,
what does that mean? What do you mean everybody's not a bot?
You think that for whatever reason you think that I'm arguing back and forth with you. You have your point, and then I have my point.
Valid.
I got my opinion based off of my lived experiences, especially as a content creator and a person that has a little bit of visibility. Your talking points is usually, well, what if? Well, what if they were doing? I don't speak on what ifs. I just speak on my lived experiences.
You're speaking on your opinion just like I am. How are you disvalidating my opinion and saying I'm saying what if and I'm saying what I think? You're saying the same thing.
How did I devalue your opinion?
Because you said you're saying what if, and I'm saying what I think.
What are you want? Do you want to debate?
He's gonna argue with every man. I'm telling you.
I didn't.
No, I don't want to debate. But if we're here, are we not here to have a discussion? Are we not here to have a discussion?
I'm gonna let you rock, but I just want to get because I'm slow, so I want to get a better understanding. Anybody on here that I value? No, and I'm curious. Even if you don't agree with me, even if you don't like me, did I devalue his opinion in this conversation?
Stop being sassy to him, Antoine.
No, honestly, because
let someone answer. Shut up and let someone answer.
Hold on, I'm gonna let you rock. You're gonna have the floor. I'm genuinely curious. Did I devalue his opinion?
Yes.
He's in his feelings.
I'm not asking you. I'm asking everybody else.
He's in his feelings. You did not.
Other than the only gentleman on the panel that don't
Why
agree.
do you not? Why can't you hold off for like 15 seconds, bro?
Yeah.
I said I'm gonna give you the floor. You know what? You know what? Don't worry about it. You got the floor. All right. What do you think?
I will say that homophobic.
Hold on. I got you, Carmen. You got next. Go ahead, big dog. Give us your thoughts.
So my opinion on this topic is that you cannot say that she is being disrespectful to Steph because we don't have inside information to determine that, is all I'm saying. We're all making speculations and stating, oh, this is what I think. This is basically what you said is you're saying the what ifs, and I'm saying what I think. I said you disvalued my opinion because you're making it seem like we're not saying the same thing. You're stating your opinion, I'm stating mine. My opinion is that we don't know whether or not Steph felt that this was disrespectful. And here we are all talking about it's disrespectful. My only point.
Know that she disrespected him. She said she wanted attention from other men in her Instagram DMs.
Yeah.
That was from years ago. This is a new topic. So that was already disrespectful at first. The first thing she did. Now we're talking about the second thing. Like, it's a fact that she said that. And I find that highly disrespectful.
Yeah, exactly. The key point in the statement you made was you.
What?
You find it disrespectful.
Think that's disrespectful if you're dating someone and they say, "Oh, I want other men or other women in my DMs." You don't find that disrespectful if your girl said that?
Yes, I would. But my point is that we can't answer for what Steph feels, and that's the point.
Well, I think what we're saying is they're saying a woman can work. That's fine. It's just she can't try to outshine or disrespect her husband because her husband and her desires and values have to align.
Sean is basically saying that we don't know what Steph Curry thinks is disrespectful, so we really can't speak on him because we don't know him.
That's the crazy part, because all we're saying is that it's just disrespectful. Nobody said that Steph Curry said it was
disrespectful. That wasn't even my point.
No, but that's what people are saying.
Told Jazz that I don't think that she's doing anything wrong per se. I said that she just has to count the cost of what really is, if it's best, because of who she's married to. Everybody can't play the same game because everybody is not in the same position and everybody is going to take it differently. And really, the thing that we really have to be mindful of, especially when you're married to somebody, is how it affects the other person. Yep. And so you don't know how it affects his money. You don't know how it affects his, obviously it's affecting him in some type of way because he responded to other people. He didn't just respond to Killer Mike. He responded to a nobody.
Yeah.
He responded to a nobody in the comments. He said, yo, I be seeing the comments and usually I let it rock, but Killer Mike, you different, which means that he be reading comments. And the one thing that I know for sure, and two things is for certain, is all of these motherfuckers be reading comments. They look up themselves. They see what people talking about, saying about them. They be affected by it, all of that stuff. And so what I'm saying is, it's not that she's saying something necessarily right or wrong, but how is it affecting him and how is it affecting their brand?
And the last thing I want to sit up here and be doing is putting my husband in a position where he has to step down, step from up here to go down here and look down at something that I'm causing. You could be going making us some money. You could be going to make some money. I don't have time to be putting our household in a position where you just have to step off your pedestal. That's just not my thing.
But that's the crazy part about it, Lex. The man is already making money, and it's still an issue. Like, she still has internal issues going on with her that she just needs to vent about and do all this stuff with. They have enough money to get a therapist, to get whatever they need, to even, suffice whatever desire it is. But it's like, it's still something for her to talk about.
It's passive aggressive behavior. So if
I
I can't
don't
get through you, I'm gonna
understand
get through
it.
the internet. If I'm gonna have this Jezebel like spirit. So if I can't get through him, then let me just shout it out to the public so they can get to him.
He wants attention. She is crying out for attention, like crazy.
See, for a dude that's not married, is the
Now
concept of
that
how
I kind of
married
agree with. She a
It's
little.
a concept of how married people should act. We don't embarrass each other in public. We don't put our business out there. We're not talking about it personally. And what Jazz said earlier, I want to respond to. There's nothing wrong with her wanting to have her own thing. It's just how you go about it. How many actors? I know a bunch. How many rappers we know that they didn't make it? The reason we know who she is because of Steph. So there's some kind of gratitude you should have that we should know. You know how many songs I got? You know what I mean? I could go on and on. Just because you have a gift for something or you feel you have a talent for something doesn't mean you're gonna make it. You get what I'm saying? He's the breadwinner, and the reality is, as a man, Steph knows. We all looking at him like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, dog. So is their whole marriage, the world's looking at them a funny way because of the things she's sharing, and it's unnecessary. Her lane, she needs to find a lane that's not going to disrespect her man or disrespect her marriage. You know what I'm saying? And she can still be successful. There's nothing wrong with her doing her thing that's separate from Steph. And Steph has been supporting everything, the restaurant, the cooking show, everything. So she tried that. It's not working. So maybe it's just not
Huh?
your thing.
Her restaurant closed? Is her business is not working?
It's
I'm
still it's still open out there, but Steph is funding it. You know what I'm saying? And like we're all
okay.
talking about, she's in Steph, but that's the point. It's not blowing up like she wanted because they tried to go to other destinations, right? And they had to close those down. In the Bay Area, yes, it's popping. You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
restaurants are pretty hard and to sustain, long term, especially when you want to like franchise out. But
But would she be her recipe wouldn't be a thing at all if it wasn't for Steph?
well, I think that's the thing, right? Because like a lot of people are saying, like you're gonna always be Steph Curry's wife. You're Steph Curry's wife. When you're always being referred to when people are always referring to you in attachment to someone else, that can be kind of bothersome. It's like, damn, what, can I be Ayesha? Can I have my own identity? So all I'm saying is, I hear your perspective, but I think that it's okay if they think it's okay, which I think they do, because obviously she keeps showing up on these podcasts, having these conversations out loud. I think it's okay to share that human experience because there may be other women out here that feel lost in their marriages because they have lived and done everything for their husbands. And
Right,
I
but
think that
But
it's
that's what
okay
being married.
for
That's
them
what
to be
being.
supported.
So we need a deep dive on what it means to be a husband, what it means to be a wife. When we talk about leadership,
I,
you know what I'm saying?
I shouldn't both partners just support each other?
That's
Partners. That's the
crazy.
difference. You
No,
see,
that's
and the
partners.
wordplay matters. You know how many men internally get
Wait,
offended
so
with
in a
that word
marriage, a
partners?
husband doesn't support a wife, wife doesn't support the husband?
In a
Yeah, the win
marriage,
is
you're
not
in a marriage,
partners.
you're
Like,
not partners.
yeah, it's a marriage. It's a
Okay,
difference.
y'all don't like the word partners.
It's
Okay,
not one
so
about we like.
we're
We words
married.
mean
Do we
something.
do we not support each other?
We do, but it's
Okay,
different
so
how we
what's
support each other. They
I
support
think
huh?
it's
each other
more about
differently.
alignment.
Say it
It's
again,
about,
babe.
it's more about alignment, aligning yourself with your husband's desires because that
She
fulfills
did
you.
that.
She doesn't seem, I think what she's portraying online makes her seem unfulfilled. And that's
Yeah.
the issue. It's the
I
Well,
perception.
and that's my argument, Ty, because it's like she poured everything into her marriage. I hear what y'all saying. She dropped everything for him, which
We
is
As
don't
what
she
know that.
men
should.
say.
I think
Which is
that
what y'all say that
in
she should. She did.
in
She sat
order for
down.
most
She became
and
the wife. She had the babies. She stayed in the background. Is it okay now that she has done those things? Is it okay for her to say, you know what? Can I have something on my own? Or is that just so wrong to do because
Well, a lot of women want that lifestyle, but they don't want to do what comes with it. When you're dating someone like Steph Curry, you have to conduct yourself a certain way. Whether
Does she not?
No.
But she doesn't have to put a
If
black
she's on a
eye on her.
podcast, she's not conducting herself.
She don't have to put a black eye
She can
on
go
her
on a
relationship.
podcast. It's the word she's saying. It's the word she's using.
Listen, bro. This is my personal.
Well, maybe not go on a podcast then, because
in my personal opinion, if you are a guy and you ain't even necessarily got to be famous, but if you are a guy that got any kind of motion, get you a chick that want to play the background and is not trying to be famous just like you, bro. Like, in my opinion, you need a Robin. You don't need another Batman. Like, you don't need two Batmans. You don't need two Jordans. You need a Jordan and a Pippen. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have somebody that from a marriage perspective, you don't need two CEOs, bro. You're gonna have to have somebody that play the background and do the books. And so I don't think that most situations, not saying that it can't work, I don't think that most situations work when everybody trying to be visible. I think that somebody.
What do you think about? How do you think Jay-Z and Beyonce work so well?
I said,
that's the worst example.
Well, hold on, wait. I said I don't think that in most situations that it works well.
No.
I'm not saying that it can't work. I'm saying that I don't believe that it's ideal.
What do you have to quantify that though?
Name me somebody outside of Jay-Z and Beyonce that it works for.
You said what?
Name me somebody outside of Jay-Z and Beyonce that it works for.
Where
well, both of them are co-headliners.
Co-headliners. Viola Davis and her husband, they're both actors.
What's her husband's name?
I don't even know who her husband is, to be honest.
What's her husband's name?
I can't think of his name.
Bingo.
But he's famous, but I just don't.
He's a bigger actor,
a person that knows. I know I can spot him out, but I'm just not good at male actors' names all the time.
I didn't even know she was married.
Yeah, she's married.
She's married. Denzel. Well, no, Denzel Washington, his wife. They're not like that, but I feel like
you're proving the point. We don't even know his name.
I don't think it's because he's not up there. It's just that I don't know
where you have somebody that is super successful, and as a matter of fact, I can name you way more situations where it didn't work than it did. You can look at the Ben Afflecks and the J-Los, and you can look at all of those type of people.
I just think J-Lo.
I'm just saying that more visibility don't necessarily work. It don't work.
What about what's his name? Bezos. Didn't he just marry a multi-millionaire entrepreneur lady?
What's her name?
I don't know, but isn't she up there?
It's the same thing again.
But baby, I was just at my mother's birthday on Saturday night and couldn't remember some of my family members' names. Don't charge that to them not being up there. I just don't know names like that. But I'm just saying,
we don't know her name.
I'm just saying, like,
we just don't know them. Period.
For some men or for some relationships, that dynamic works. But I think there's balance and nuance.
I mean, I don't know if the question was for everybody, but to answer your question, Jess, should a man and a wife be supportive of each other? No. My job is not to. My job is to support my husband. My husband's job is not to support me.
What?
I don't know.
No, I disagree with that.
Most women.
I don't know if that was the question for everybody, but that's just my two.
How are you in a marriage and you're not supporting? Like Carmen, don't get so convoluted in these spaces where you're scared to speak truth because you're afraid they're going to attack you. Girl, you're supposed to support support your person, and your person is supposed to support you. It's okay to say that. Now, if y'all got
no, it's my job to support my husband because my husband's he has the best interest in me. I don't know who you're comparing to, but my husband has the best interest for me.
And you support him.
I support whatever he has to say because he has the best interest.
And you don't think he would support you because you don't think he would support you because he has your best interest?
One mic, y'all. Come on.
Yes, I'm gonna be honest with you because I know him in real life. He really a good dude in real life. Like
who?
Her husband, Carmen's husband.
Oh, I'm not making it personal. I'm just saying, like, she's saying we don't support each other. That's the first time I've ever heard a person in a relationship say that they don't support their significant other. I was very confused because it's like, why am I here if I'm not supporting my man?
You're saying support like her dreams to become that. That's the context that we're talking about. Like, I don't understand. Most women that I know,
y'all don't like the word partnership.
Even if they're super successful in the corporate America, if they had the opportunity to be able to get out of corporate and stay at home and be a mom or just chill and not have to work, they choose that shit 10 times out of 10.
Oh my God, 1,000%.
I don't even know women in real life that want to be grinding and trying to climb the fame or the corporate ladder or any of that type of stuff. So I don't even know where y'all getting these examples.
No, let me pull out. No. I think everybody's getting it twisted with what the word support means. Support literally means to bear all of or part of the weight of, hold up. It says the thing that bears the weight of something and keeps it upright. Material assistance. I'm sorry, men do this every single damn day. Women are not supporting a damn thing if you're at home and you doing your own thing or whatever. Like, you talking about you want to go and act and all and do all this other stuff. How are you supporting anything? That man has to hold you up while you trying to get where you trying to go. Support, I believe it's backwards. It's not being used the right way. Women that are like taking care of the home, yes, you're supporting the home, you're holding up the home, you're the keeper of the home. Yes, men and women are supposed to support each other. You support your end of the bargain, the woman supports her end of the bargain. That's all that is. It's not that deep.
But people don't know their roles. Like, men want to be women and women want to be men. So you can support each other, right? And it means something. This is why words matter. When you say you're a husband and you're a wife, compared to just saying and champion yourself and being a partner. You know what I'm saying? Those words matter. It's like you're brainwashing yourself to think a certain way. You know, there's traditional and there's modern. You know, you just don't, Jazz, respectfully, you may not agree to with the modern term, but some women are on their husband's program. That's why they take the last name. And I feel in this generation, at least in the last 30 or so years, feminism has done a lot to sway people's thinking that, oh, we are equal. We're not. Because even my soon to be ex-wife still calls me for help, no matter what. And you know what? I got her back. Because and that's the wordplay you're saying.
Soon to be ex-wife.
Soon to be. The wordplay that you keep saying, she kept bringing up. You're not my partner, but I got your back on everything. I'm still leading.
What is it about the word partner? What is it about that? Do y'all feel less than? Should she be calling you boss?
Soon to be ex-wife.
You asking the wrong questions. Why is she soon to be an ex-wife?
Well, she don't want to be on my program. Her mom's she
What's
let
the program?
Well, my thing is this. I don't believe like my kids, and this is something we both came into. My kids should be raised by a daycare or anything. Literally. And I'll give you an example. I know, Anton, you said don't put personal out there, but I'll put it out there.
Well, I asked you a personal question. You don't now wait a minute. You don't have to answer this. You don't have to answer.
How long y'all been married?
Not long. It's only 2. Come on, Q. You know me from that what's that?
I don't know.
You've been married for 2 years?
The Real Relationship Club.
So wait. So you've been married for 2 years?
Okay.
Yeah.
You've been married for 2 years?
Yeah, brother.
You got kids with her?
You about to break up already?
I'm not. I'm cool.
You got kids with her?
Yeah, dog.
How many?
Don't break up that home.
2 kids.
So are you breaking up with her or is she breaking up with you?
She's breaking up with me.
You just said she in your program.
Wait, hold on, William. You said you wouldn't get on your program.
Facts.
So you said y'all were divorcing because she wasn't going to get on your program. So why is she leaving?
Her mom family has a lot in there, you know. From what my mom say is the thing with race. She's not black.
Oh,
She's Hispanic, so a lot of
Oh,
that comes in.
I'm sorry.
Moms played a big factor, but you have to understand, me being a retired Marine, like I do a lot. I'll go. I'm the type to go to work, and don't judge me, Anton. I'll come home. If you got the kids all day, I take over. I cook. You got
I
breakfast.
ain't
I do
judging
That
you.
everything.
is
You
so
listen.
not masculine.
You
What's wrong with
already
you?
suffering. I'm not gonna kick you while you down.
You know
is
that
he
lady
suffering?
do everything.
Yeah, he
Oh,
going through a divorce. That's
yeah,
what do you mean?
Oh.
yeah.
Y'all don't think that
But
that's
so
Yeah,
you're
it's
actually going through a
terrible.
Well,
divorce
Like
it
right now?
depends if he's
divorces
happy
is
about it. It
terrible.
depends if
There's
he's
a lot of
happy.
questions. I don't
No,
know
no,
what's
no,
going
no.
on.
Listen, listen.
Oh,
That is hold on,
He
hold
might
on.
be happy.
That is a life event. All right. You got to give grace on that type of shit.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Because
so wait,
It
that's
does not
actually
feel
I'm a
good.
huge
happening.
advocate. Your kids is young, right? Yeah,
They
man.
maybe
I'm a
small.
huge advocate for keeping a family together,
And I'm
especially
with it. I'm with it,
especially
brother.
There's
when the
nothing
kids
you
is
can
young.
do.
Huh?
Especially
There's
when the
nothing
kids
you
is
can
young.
do to like keep the
No,
family together. You can't
so
have her out a
y'all
single
gotta
mom.
give them grace, man, because we don't
I'm
like
No,
doing
I said
divorce.
everything
We
I
grace.
don't like
can.
that shit.
I'm doing everything I can. I can't force somebody to be where they don't want to be. She wants to go
Why you think she
upstairs.
don't want to be with you, Will?
I'm too traditional. That's the
You
Just
didn't
truth.
know that when y'all
clearly.
first married?
Yeah,
What?
but no, look,
He
people go
said
into
that?
things. Yeah, people go into things
Damn.
saying they will be this, like they believe in certain things, but when you going through it, you know, and then when you have other people in the background always in your ear, family, oh, you went to school, why didn't you do this? You realize, like, people say I was a dumb Marine after 20 years, right? And I
A
live
what?
in a dumb Marine. So just to prove them wrong, and for my kids, right? I went all the way to masters. I got my master's degrees. I got all that. I
Come
don't
on,
care
black
about that.
man.
You know,
Hey,
but the reality.
But
Let
you're
me
a
ask you
Marine,
let me
though.
ask you a
Not
question. Let me
everybody
ask you
Thank
can be
you
a
another
for your
Marine.
question.
service.
Did y'all have kids before y'all got like did y'all have kids outside of y'all?
I did.
Okay.
Y'all got blended family.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
bro.
so my
I'm
daughter
gonna pray for you,
upstairs.
Will. 'Cause you seem
It
like a
was a
good
struggle
guy.
because my daughter upstairs right now. She just came down, went upstairs. She's on the spectrum, and her mom. This is where I said Q know me from that other place. Her mom was
Clubhouse.
hell. Imagine a woman saying, "I'm if you leave me, I'm going to kill our daughter." So
Ah,
I've been through it. Trust me, I've been
did you
through it.
call the cops?
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
Will,
I would.
bro.
That's
You
what
need
I
to
Honestly,
fight for
said.
man,
I think
custody
you
because
should
she
be
don't
I'm
sound
gonna be
divorced.
honest
stable.
with you, Will.
She should be locked up.
Yes, you
Will.
need to
I
fight
don't
for
try to
custody.
put. I don't
Seriously,
try to put
don't take that
anybody.
lightly.
I don't. I mean, I got my daughter. That's the
Will,
truth.
Will. Don't even say no
Hallelujah.
more.
Listen, yeah,
Just
hallelujah.
I'm praying for you, bro. I hope the best for you, man. And you just in my prayers, bro. I hope everything work out for you.
Me
And
too.
I'll just say this, Will, like, you know, if it wasn't no like super toxic stuff, if it was really just her just listening to other people and she got other people's, you know, mouths in her ear or whatever, I would say like don't give up hope because God can definitely change anything. You know what I'm saying? Just keep just keep your head up. Don't think that, you know, this is the end all be it all because again women's emotions change like they draws every
Well, I
single day.
understand.
Nah,
I understand.
if she's threatening, if she's
I gotta
threatening
be
the
a
kids,
dad.
that's your cue to go.
No,
I
I'm
gotta.
talking
But this
about
is the
the
thing.
current person. I'm not
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about
The
he's
last
talking about a
person.
completely different person, Carmen.
Yeah, but
Oh, okay.
the thing is this, right? Like I said, I'm a retired Marine, so you know what we
Will.
go through. Yeah, I'm just focused on my kids, man. I'm be
Yeah,
honest. That's it.
yeah.
That's
I'm
all I can
praying
do.
for you, bro. I'm praying for you, man. Honestly.
God bless. It's good.
Yeah.
I'm not sad, Joe. I'm just no. It's cool.
Yeah, but I'm
Okay.
still praying for you.
Appreciate it, man.
All right,
Well, let me get
let's
through
move
the
on to the
super
next one,
chats,
too.
you guys. Thank you for everybody that's here. Hit the like button. Ron D says basketball players, their biggest simps. Daddy Dame says Ayesha Curry and Steph is a Superman Lewis Lane meme all day. I think I can do better. Modern women are never satisfied. High Tolerance says she had low level expectations for Steph from the jump. No different from a woman telling a man, I never expected to be with you because you were never my type. Username _ Delta says common denominator here equals light skin and male energy. FG Rob says Jazz clearly hates men. Ismail says, Jazz is missing the point. No one needs to hear from Ayesha. She's a wife. Don't put your business in the streets. Talking about it is disrespectful. Siva Lap says, if she is in Chile in Steph's shadow, get a mink coat. She can afford it now. Daddy Dame says, Jazz, Ayesha has a whole track record of being unsatisfied with her husband in public. Zero Fallout 1 says Dollar General Twista Zesty Edition. Captain Caveman says, gotta give Miss Curry some grace. She bumped her head on that wall, and this is the effect. The wall is undefeated. The Classic Codes says Shine has no emotional regulation, soft behavior. Chris, your addiction love says, Shine, you look crazy in the house with sunglasses on, trying to check someone. Smoke spares none says none of the women on the panel gonna let you hit for having a woman like Opinion Shine Wilson. P.S. Your camel toe showing impulse control. Aaron L says, I watched the whole last interview. Absolutely nothing she said in the interview was disrespectful. Stop listening to clips and get full context. The Classic Code says, hey, Shine, you see how the women rise up and speak over each other? Don't be the guy that behaves like them. They ain't P. Ryan P says, did Steph say to stop what she was doing, or did she realize what he had was going on was way more important? We wouldn't need to hear his side. It's unfair. Gravy says, women always have a problem sacrificing their lives for their family. Men have been sacrificing their lives for their children and wife since the beginning of time. So if women want equality, sacrifice like men do. Kayali the Wanderer says, Shine Wilson. Oh, no, he didn't. Martin Muhammad says, what up, doe? Anton Daniels, Lions Roar in Baltimore. Sincerely Carson's, I dig the natural. Sisters, I appreciate the balanced feminine perspective on the panel. Chris, your addiction love says, Anton, where has my girl been? What do I need to pay to get her back on? Who's your girl? Chubb G. Rob says, this is a prime example.
Hold on, who was that? Who was it that said that?
Chris?
Where's my girl been? What do I need to pay to get her back? I don't know.
Which girl are you talking about? Trigger?
I don't know who his girl is.
Put in the chat. Chef G. Rob says, this is a prime example of a woman wanting a wedding and not a marriage. Whatever happened to being appreciative and shun the F up? No more excuses.
Oh, he talking about Molly. He talking about Molly.
Oh, Molly. Yeah. She was on like 3 weeks ago. Sean Wilson, no more excuses. Is Sean Wilson's Harold from Adia's Big Happy Family. Miss Mimi, thank you for the $20 ball. Josh says, bro, wants to argue so bad. Ismail says, Shine is a beta. This is the with being emotional. Ismail says, this is the problem with being emotional. Thank you for resending that. Rondi says, this dude Shine a liberal. Miss Mimi Black says, I want to join the panel so bad, but I'm mixed Puerto Rican, Afro-Latina, and white and have a big mouth. Oh, we ready for that. We accept all breeds here, okay? But message me, Miss Mimi Black, Island Gal Q. But Captain Negro Man says, my boy with the shades act like he wears bonnets. Daddy Dame says, Shine got XX chromosomes. Mar Muhammad says, why not focus your energy on building a stage for whatever you want to do? As a near billionaire, do we really think Steph has time and energy for this? The Classic Code says, spades are spades. Ayesha has the 3 or 4 itch bad. Victor says, Anton, Steph may see this as a gift his frame gives her. So he, like Barack, may encourage these interviews. Simpery and pimpery, both methodological appease to vanity. He's responding to comments to protect that gift. Maury says, bringing people with you to success does not guarantee loyalty. It often breeds a contempt, envy, and entitlement. 48 Laws of Power discusses this. Billy O'Gruff says, what about a company that kills a deal because they're scared of what she might say in the future? She's compromising the bag. Sit there and look pretty. Captain Caveman says, I bet $500 Hannah would never do that as a wife. Sean Wiltu says, came late to the live. Do I have to go to the beginning to see why Shine is an emotional roller coaster, or was he born this way? It's coming off as bad B behavior. Mr. Undisputed said, don't get married and become one with someone if you want to be separate. Women that want to be great by yourself. Marriage is not for you. It's Real Ben says, so according to Sean, if Ayesha publicly violently slaps Steph for no reason, we can't call it disrespectful unless Steph declares it disrespectful. Willie says, J-Lo and Jazz, same woman. Spacey says, y'all
he might like that. He might like getting
against
slapped.
his wife publicly. If he does, he loses. If he doesn't, he loses. Her inner Tia Mari is starting to seep out. Mr. Undisputed says, Jazz, you can't have her out here a single mom. Marin Mohammed says, after 21 years, I'm going through a divorce. It is hell. It's one of the hardest things you'll ever go through. Please cut the sarcasm and give grace. Victor says, Carmaya is right about the support definition, but submission is subservient to a mission. If a man does not have a direction and a woman isn't interested in it, the relationship does not exist. High Tolerance says, how are Kamaya and Shine rocking Aaliyah shirts, but y'all not on the one accord? Sean Will too says Big Will became the ideal husband for his wife, still being divorced. Women don't know what they want. Stay true to you, Will King. JBG Grizzly says Ayesha want to be the star so bad, and we rightfully hate her for it. She needs every reminder that she's not the main character. She's Ayesha Curry for life. Coach Icy says, Uncle Anton, what's up? What's up? What's up? Chris says no. Miss Sean says, oh, Erica. He's talking about Erica. Oh no, I'll bring her back. Erica don't really be talking that much. Me University says, Will, we pray to cover a wife's mind. Trust me. Shout out to everybody. We appreciate you. Thank you for the super chats. Hit the like button because it is free. And make sure you support the people that's on the panel. We will be shouting out their channels at the end of the show. Okay. And let's get to the next clip. That was a good little discussion that we had. Where is it? Oh, and here we go.
Want to see a bunch of men get really pissed off in the comments section, then stop scrolling. You're going to want to see this one. So I married a man in finance, right? He works super late nights, very early mornings. It is truly nonstop. And I like to poke fun at him sometimes in the situation because he's trying to work in really weird places, like laptop open, still on the phone, boarding the plane. Like sometimes I'm just like, what are you doing? But he's also just a different breed of human. He really is. But sometimes people will comment on my videos or they will come in my DMs and they'll be like, I don't know how you do it. I can never live with someone like that. I can never live like that. Yada, yada, yada. And I have news to share with you guys, okay? I am not attracted to a leisure man. No, I'm not. And dare I say it, being leisure is for the girl. I picked my poison, I chose my poison. Dare I say it, I am attracted to this poison. I am not into a man that you have to coach. I'm not into someone that I have to be their mommy. I am into a man that is driven. He's out there. He knows what he wants and he's getting after it. I don't have to tell him to do anything. No direction. By all means, though, if you're into a leisure man, do you. But this girl? No.
Okay. I only want to date a man that are busy with work. Do you guys agree? Is there a certain point in your life that you don't want to build a man, help him grow, date a leisure?
Well, it's not even that. Like, I think that a lot of guys are just like normal guys. They want to go to work, come home, chill with their chick, chill with their family or whatever. And she living a different life with a guy that's always working, always going, always on the phone, always trying to get it, and don't really even necessarily have a lot of time to spend with her, but that's the life that she want. Versus the other life where they get to see their guy, they get to spend time, quality time, all of that type of stuff.
It's like nowadays, women, it's like get the man that you want. Like you'll hear women say, "Oh, I can't date a 9-to-5 man," but then they get with an entrepreneur. "Oh, I can't date a man that's busy like that." Like, do you know what you want? Like I just be so confused when women say stuff like that. Like, do you know what it takes to be an entrepreneur? The hours he's gonna have to put in. Like, there might be time like he not get paid. Are you gonna be there for him? And then you hear women complaining. You want him to make money or not? Like,
that's true. I agree with you, Q. I think that's the problem. I think a lot of people like the way it looks to be with someone that's financially of an upper level, but you don't take into consideration the time it takes for him to keep that amount of finances. It takes a lot. I've been through this in several relationships. I have several entrepreneur situations, food trucks, I'm an author, and my time is limited. And it's hard to have a substantial relationship with someone that is consistently needing of your time. And I literally have to, sit my lady down and tell her I can either be here and be broke, or I can be abroad and we have the lifestyle that you want. And I think a lot of people just don't take into consideration what it takes.
Do you believe in balance?
Definitely. It's hard though. I mean, I do believe in balance. And like I said, this is something that I deal with personally, but to what extent? Like I can balance my relationship, but my entrepreneur endeavors, they don't have a merit to which I can say, I'm going to do this. I have to do what is required, if that makes sense.
I think it's healthy for your man to disconnect. I'm not saying that you got to be all up under me 24/7, but if he out there grinding for 24 hours, at some point you got to bring it back, get a couple of hours, turn it off, so we can be together. I don't think that's too much to ask. Like,
I don't think so at all.
I'm not doing that.
And I think if I may chime in, I think that I would never tell my man to not go out there and get the money, but if you know you have a relationship, you have to consider the relationship and consider what it takes to keep that relationship healthy and thriving.
Nope.
Yeah, I think in the back of the man and the
do
man's
what you
head,
need to do.
In the back of the man's head, he's thinking, if I don't keep my, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, all I was saying is do what you need to do, but don't neglect your person in that relationship, because I feel like that's what ends up happening, especially when you see these wealthy men get divorced by these women and their gripe is, well, you didn't spend enough time, you didn't spend enough this and enough that. It's like those are probably the relationships where maybe that they didn't find balance. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, like Carmen said, you ain't got to be up under me 24 hours a day. That's a problem if you are, but we still have to remember that we are two people in a relationship and we have to find time to cultivate our relationship while we are achieving those goals. I think that's okay.
No, I'm straight. You can leave if that's what you want.
Yeah, we know you all about yourself.
Listen, I'm not. My one rule, one of my rules is that one of my very few couple rules is I'll never stop anybody from leaving. Like, this is my life. This is what my life is always has been. This is what it will be. It's not changing. You deciding to get into it don't mean that I'm going to slow down for you. If you want to jump along for the ride and you want to follow me along with whatever it is that I'm going for, then that's cool. And I don't have no problem with people that say, yeah, you know, I want to chill or whatever. That's not my life, and I'm not doing that. And my priority has been you. My priority has always been what I think that God wants me to do. And if you want to be along with that ride, then that's cool. But I'm not slowing down for no woman ever.
Yeah, I don't know if it's about slowing down. It's just like if there's a mutual agreement that we both are in this relationship, then it's up to both of us to cultivate that relationship while we're in pursuit. Now, the thing is, if you feel like you can't do anything else but pursue your goals and pursue your entrepreneurship and you have no time, then maybe not get in a relationship. Like, do what you need to do, but you can't. I think it'll be selfish to say, yeah, I'm in a relationship, but I'm going to totally neglect my girl or my woman because I'm in pursuit of the bag. It's like, then just stay single so you don't have.
I didn't even say the bag. I just said my purpose. And again,
somebody
listen, for whatever reason,
it's like, what's the point?
For whatever reason, I don't know why y'all keep thinking that life is about y'all.
Like, I didn't say that. I just said it should be balanced in relationships.
What is neglect? Like, listen.
Neglect is you saying, like, I'm this is what I'm doing. I don't care about you. I don't care how you feel in this relationship. I don't care about us cultivating our relationship as a couple, you know, date nights or whatever, anything outside of business. When it comes to us connecting, if that's not important to you while you're on your journey as an entrepreneur, I just think it would probably be best to stay single unless you are intentional on finding balance. That's all.
No, I'm not interested in balance.
We know you're not.
And again, that may be for other guys. That may be.
Yeah,
for
if you love if you love your person, you're gonna make sure that they don't feel neglected.
I think sometimes we focus on.
I don't give a fuck about what you feel like. Honestly,
no, babe.
I don't
it's
give
all
a fuck
about Anton.
No, yeah. Listen, if that's what you want to say, cool. But again, I don't force anybody to stay or go. I'm just.
Well, yeah, that's been working for you for a while.
I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, and I think that, you know, other guys, God bless you. If that's what y'all want to do, if y'all want to spend some time cultivating a relationship, Awesome. I think
You
that
should
that's
do
great.
that, and you don't think that's necessary?
Y'all should make TikToks together. Y'all should get one account and do dances together while you at it. Y'all could do all of that. Y'all could do all of that. God bless y'all. But
we taking it to the extreme.
Anton saying, "Fuck my woman. I'm about this bag."
No, Jazz.
We taking it to the extreme. Like
making my woman happy.
There's nothing wrong with just taking a beat and just check in with the other. We taking it to the extreme, y'all. Like I'm not doing that. Just take a beat. That's all.
Their thing. That's how they love. It's working, so let it be. And we can't define how he loves his wife and how she loves him. That's their thing. He's good.
Oh
They're
yeah.
happy.
Maybe she don't like talking to him either.
No, I think they're good.
you say some of the wildest shit.
Jazz know what she's doing, man.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like, I don't know what's going on with their relationship. I'm just saying, like, whatever.
Taking shots hard.
Whatever works for them works for them. He said he don't care how she feel. He don't do what. That obviously has been working because he's
I
been for a
am
long time.
focused on what I'm focused on, and I love my purpose. And she loves the fact that I love my purpose, and that's why she adore me. Now, for a lot of y'all basic chicks, and for y'all regular chicks that need a simp up under you to make you feel better about yourself and want to cultivate the relationship, I want to see how long that lasts, because it's a lot of people that got a lot of things to say, but all of them is just in a relationship or they forever fiancés. Very, very rarely do I actually see anybody that can measure up and get the same results. So I'm just curious. Like, it's a lot of people that say a lot of things.
How everybody should live their life.
It's a lot of people that say a lot of things, but I want to see y'all get the ring first, and then we can start talking.
Well, we were just talking about, having balance in a relationship. It's not a competition.
Well, I think
part of the balance is getting in the race.
Can I say something?
In the race with who?
You gotta get to the race.
You're not the standard of how everybody should live. You know what I mean? So,
I didn't say I was. I just want to be able to measure it against. I want to measure it against somebody that's actually getting the
But we're not measuring each other. We're just having a conversation about finding balance in a relationship.
You had a conversation about what you thought my relationship was like. And so in response,
no, because you said I don't care how she feels, and I was like, that may work because she probably feels the same way. You don't want to talk about
and I'm assuming that, and I'm assuming that your guy probably feel the same way as you, and that's why you don't have a ring yet.
I don't know what that has to do with anything.
Has everything to do with everything.
It doesn't.
It absolutely
what does that have to do with anything?
It has everything to do.
We're not talking about marriages. We're talking about
so well for if your way works.
It's not about working well. We're just saying you're the one who's saying that fuck how she feel. I don't care. I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop what I'm doing for my woman. And I'm like, maybe that works for you because she feel the same way. Now you're talking about me having a ring. The fuck does that have to do with anything? I'm just saying,
it has to do with everything,
like the person. If you like your person, you're
wanted to pile on, and so now I'm asking, since you know what all of your recommendations, how come it hasn't translated? How come it hasn't translated into a ring?
That's my business. I don't know.
I know
that's not even what we're talking about right now.
Oh, it's exactly what we're talking about.
We're not. We're talking about finding balance, and you're trying to make it personal. And so what if I'm not married yet? Anton?
You made it personal. Now you don't want to have a conversation. See, listen.
You're the one who just sat up there and said you don't care about finding balance in your relationship. You don't give a fuck. These were your words, sir. I just repeated them back to you.
No, you didn't. You added some sauce on it. You added some sauce on it.
So what? When are y'all gonna find a better comeback? Like, you're not married yet. You're not married yet. Like, so?
Can I ask a question?
No. Give me a second.
You're the one who said you don't like nourishing or cultivating your relationship. And I said that must work for you because you've been married for so long. It may work for her as well. You don't like talking to her. She probably don't like talking to you either.
Now you want to see that's the sauce that you put on there.
So
because you like to throw rocks and hold your hand and hide your hands.
Oh,
but see,
that wasn't a shot. You said that you don't like talking to her.
Stop being so easily offended when the gun is pointed back at you. If you could say
not
some,
offended.
if you want to throw some extra sauce on it, and that's cool. I'm not tripping about it. All I'm saying is, I would like to see you get some sauce at all.
Okay, then that's your opinion, babe.
Because he
Now
fucking on
what?
you without no kind of commitment at all.
I know. What else?
At least my chick, she get the benefits, she
your
get
wife?
all of that stuff.
Your wife?
No, my chick.
Okay.
I say whatever.
I thought
say
wife
what
was
I'm
higher
say.
than a chick, but hey.
But you on the other hand, you giving the sauce up for free and no kind of commitment, no ring, no respect for your parents. He ain't decided to honor you.
You're
He
so
just fucking
honorable in
on
your
you
marriage.
for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
He get all of the pussy and no kind of
Yeah.
responsibility for you whatsoever.
Okay.
And you got the nerve to sit here and talk about somebody in a relationship.
Anton, we were talking about balance. You said fuck balance, and I said that may work for you. And now you're talking about me being married or not. Who gives a fuck? Why are you so invested?
I care.
Why are you so invested whether or not I get married or not? You got the sauce. You stay married over there and not find balance. And let's continue the conversation.
No, I would like to know.
I'm not married.
I would like to know, and you don't have to answer the question. You're not. You're just gonna get mad about it. Why do you give up pussy for free?
I'm not here to talk about my vagina to you, nigga.
Why do you give up box for free then?
Why are you asking me inappropriate ass questions?
It's not inappropriate.
It is. Why are you talking to me about my vagina and what I do with it, married man?
I'm asking a question.
I think it's inappropriate. I think it's inappropriate to my relationship to even have this discourse. So I'll let you have it, bro.
Well, then you better be careful how you talk to people.
Careful for who? You?
Careful how you talk to people.
Or what, nigga? Oh my God, you really? Never mind. Let's continue.
Why are you so offended? Why are you in your emotions?
I'm not. I'm just trying to figure out what your purpose is right now, Anton.
I thought we was having a conversation.
We were, and you said fuck balance.
Well,
and fuck your relationship. I said that probably works for her.
If you don't want to be
I'm not married. Okay, I'm not married. So what?
If you don't want to be talking
about my vagina, you're talking about me about my vagina, and I think it's weird.
If you don't want to be talked to a certain way, then don't talk to people a certain way.
I didn't talk to you about I didn't talk about what you do with yours.
You did. I'm offended.
So don't talk about what I do with mine.
I'm offended.
Well, grow a backbone, nigga.
See, now I gotta be a nigga, and then you wonder why I asked you why your coochie is dusty.
That's weird. Why are you even talking to women about their coochies?
No, it's not weird.
You're a married man talking to women about their coochies. That's not of God.
You shouldn't
That's
call
not
people a nigga.
Christian-like.
Did I call you a nigga?
That's not husband-like.
Did I call you a
hold
nigga?
on to the Lord's
Did I call you a nigga?
Yeah, because I call
you shouldn't be calling people out of their name if you don't want. All I'm doing is reciprocating energy at this point.
You said what?
I'm reciprocating energy. Stop calling people out of their name, and I won't do it to you.
Okay, and this is exactly why we kept bringing up God.
You keep talking about my respect. You keep taking shots at me, saying that I'm this and I'm that, and now you got a big deal about
respect. I will show you respect. I didn't disrespect you. I didn't call you out of your name.
Because I said you probably don't like talking to you either.
I didn't do any of that. And then when you start getting emotional, you think that you can do what you want to do because you just said you just a woman, so you can do what the fuck you want to do and get away with it.
You feel like
that ain't how it works over here. So, and you know better than that.
Can I say something?
What are we doing right now? I don't want to talk about my
You're not a victim. You getting the energy that you put out there. You getting the energy that you put out there. Be nice and I'll be nice to you. Babe. Be nice and I'll be nice to you.
Yeah.
Can I say something?
I'll be kind.
And I'll be kind back. But the minute that you go under, I'm gonna go lower.
Yeah.
Okay, babe. You got it. You win. W. Gold star for Anton. Wait, I think I got a button for you.
Why you gotta get the last word? Why you gotta get the last word?
Give you a round of applause on my thing. Can you hear me?
Why you gotta get the last word?
You can't hear it.
Why we just can't have an amicable disagreement and move our way?
Yeah, you want it to be amicable? Are you after you then?
Or we can go low.
This inappropriately talked about.
This ain't even remotely as low as I can go. I've really.
We know you can go straight to hell. We know that.
Oh man, you don't know the old Anton. The old Anton was different.
I don't know why you choosing this opportunity to do that.
I'm chilling.
Okay, so
I ain't got on no black hoodie, nothing. I'm chilling.
So chill.
No black Air Forces.
Like,
Nothing. No, none of that. I'm chilling.
Yo,
Just a
y'all
little,
good, man. Y'all do
just a
this
little
too
chin
much.
tap,
It's
just
all
a little
love.
warning.
Well,
It's
your
all
coochie
love.
so
Y'all, we
dusty.
good. Let's
Well, your
move on,
coochie so
dog.
dusty. This nigga ain't
See,
had a
look
good
at
time back in high
you
school.
still talking. We agreed to go our separate ways with disagreements, and you still want to keep talking. Why?
What was the topic?
You feel me?
We were talking about balance in a
They said
relationship. Like if you
women want
pursuing
their
somebody,
men to be busy with work.
I was just saying like it's important to find balance. And Anton was like, fuck that. And I was
Why
like,
are you still talking to me?
Let it
Why?
go. Let it go, man. Let's
oh,
get
I
back
was
to
just
the topic.
I was recapping the conversation.
Okay, and then I called your coochie dusty, and I'm recapping the conversation too.
Dog, Anton.
You're weird.
Now I'm weird. I asked
bro,
you
you
to
talking
leave
about my
me
vagina,
alone.
bro.
I asked you to leave me
Stop
alone.
talking about
You
my
gotta
vagina. It's
keep
weird.
going, and
Stop
then
talking
you
about my
want to be a victim.
vagina. Stop. Nasty. It's inappropriate.
You ain't say that to him. You disrespecting your parents.
My
Walking on
parents.
you in the
What
middle
is
of the
it
night,
different about my parents?
because a real man would make an honest woman out of you.
Okay.
No, since you want to talk about real men all night.
Okay.
But he hasn't made an honest woman out of you. He's made a Jezebel out of you. He's made a mockery of your parents.
Okay.
I did the right thing. I married before I decided that I wanted to have a child and everything. And you sitting up here talking greasy, and you ain't got a pot. If anything was to ever happen to him, he ain't even got no policy on you. Like he don't even have nothing to help you if anything was to ever happen to him. You don't get nothing. Nothing. You can't even be on his health coverage. Gotta shut the fuck up talking to me. Crazy.
You thought you ate? What that?
I did eat. I ain't even listen. I ain't even.
Why are you so
I
amped
could
up
really
right
go
now?
for the next hour.
Relax.
Q, you can hear me?
It's so unnecessary.
Yeah, your mic's good
What
now.
you trying to prove, bro? Okay, I'm not married.
Well, then leave
What
me the
else you
fuck
got?
alone, and I won't dig into you. Leave me alone.
We let it go. We
Leave
get
me
it.
alone.
Big dog, we get it.
Listen, be careful though, because
For
you don't
what?
tell me how.
Be careful or what? Are you
We
threatening
got
me?
freedom of speech over here, but it's not freedom
Well,
from
okay,
responses
so
and
let it
consequences.
go. I'm unmarried. Whoop-de-doo.
And a Jezebel.
That's your opinion.
No, that's the facts.
That's your opinion.
Can I say something? Y'all gonna go all night.
I don't care. Like what? Like
it's unbecoming, y'all. Come on now.
Yeah,
No,
let's
no.
Stanley, I love
all
your
see
bro.
what's happening here.
Let's get
We
back on
all
topic.
see what's happening here, and she is out of control. And the fact is, she keep on throwing shots. And so, if you wanted to stop, it has to stop on her end. I'm
So
only
you saying like the topic is your type of man, right? When it comes down to balance, some people want to go ahead and go to the left or the right, and that's kind of how you got to be. A lot of women want to go straight down the middle, right? We want to stay like, I want him to be able to make money, make a lot of money, and serve me in every other area.
Right.
At the end of the day, you're gonna have to choose. You're gonna have to choose which side you on. And when it come down to, like, for instance, my husband, he works a lot, and you just got to choose what type of capacity you can handle that. And I think when women can conceptualize that, things become a lot easier. You don't nag about the minuscule things, and you move forward. You're able to develop a lot.
I really don't think people know what they're getting into. A lot
Yeah,
of
they
people,
don't.
they say they want this, like I want a successful this and that. Well, it takes work. It
It
takes
takes a
time.
lot of work, and it takes a
It
lot of
takes time.
capacity. It take a lot of capacity. Like when Carmaya was talking about support, right? I do think a woman supports a man a lot. She has to have the capacity for the type of caliber of man she's trying to attract. And a shallow woman is not going to be able to even conceptualize how to manage a man with a lot of grandeur, you know what I'm saying? And vice versa. A man who doesn't require a lot, a woman who's profound, who's looking for a man with ambition and this and that, she has all this space that he's not occupying. So it's about being equally yoked. You know, biblically, a man should be working, and he should be working a lot. And that's godlike. But
See, when you speak like that in today's world, it's offensive to people.
it's
And
offensive,
that's
but
what it goes.
not in the realm of people who are in relationships. My bad. Go ahead. My bad.
But that's what when I said that earlier with the whole traditional stuff. It's like this word partner. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
way people approach that is so wrong. You know, yes, we're in this together, right? But do you have to, it's like you have to have this pride about something. You know what I'm saying? No matter what, I got you. No matter what, it's always my money. My money's your money. I don't care about your money. I don't give a damn. But I'm not your partner. I'm your husband.
I'm your
You know what I'm
leader.
saying?
Me,
Exactly.
your leader. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like when people learn, you know, and this is me. I realize I have to look internally and realize with my situation, I always wanted to be a dad. You feel me?
Yeah.
Always, man, always, dog. Like growing up in New York, I was always that kid that had. I grew up with both parents. You feel me? I saw them
Yeah.
war all the time, and I always was like, damn, when I have my kids, I'm gonna treat them like this. I'm gonna give them this. I'm gonna do all this for my kids. Lately, based off the situation I went through, I realized throughout my whole life, maybe I didn't really consider how much I need to put into the wife thing. So
So I
I was
look. Oh,
I wasn't perfect, but it was always I wanted to be a dad. But I watched my father. My father was always at work and everything. You get what I'm saying? So that taught me what a man was supposed to be. You know, I learned that, and I did so much. It's weird. So I sacrificed early in my life to be in a position where I could have kids, to where I'm comfortable and all this. But it's like if you don't find the right person, I mean, that's not for you. What can you do?
I
yeah,
think
that's what.
it's a confusion of the roles. It's a confusion of the roles. Like we have these conversations, and this is why I bring God and everything, because when it comes down to the Bible, it's like I ain't been on Anton Panna in a minute. Appreciate you for letting me on again. But when it comes down to biblically, God tell you everything on how to do it. And I think that's where people are very offended. People are offended because you trying to build a car and then your car is messed up. So I'm trying to give you a manual on how to build this car. You build the car on your own. Now the car not running right, and you mad, right? God gave you all of these things biblically in a manual, right? So when you're talking about people are easily offended, Jesus said they persecuted him. You know what I'm saying? So when we come on these platforms and we defile ourselves by the things that come out of our mouth, we got to be really aware of those things. You know, we got to be aware of the things we say and the way we conduct ourselves amongst each other, and especially in relationships. Like my main goal all the time is to represent my husband well. And I think that when women get into that mindset, it's not a competition. It's not something where I'm looking for something. I'm trying to gain something from him, or I'm trying to, like, even from the first conversation, like, can you hold my back if I do this? And I understand that that's not marriage, but I'm talking about in dynamics with relationships. You able to say, hey, however we can conduct ourselves to be the most harmonious, the most respectful, the most Christ-like, you know what I'm saying? If we could conduct ourselves like that, then we moving forward and we
Well,
doing good. But vice versa of anything, we're not being productive. We're not conducting ourselves properly, and we crashing and burning as an entire generation. We crashing and burning.
See what you're saying. You have to realize, just based off what you're saying, you're on his program. He's a leader, right? I
Mhm.
believe in this generation, we have some women that when you say that, it burns their soul. You know what I'm saying? We have married women that sit up here and listen to single women. It makes no sense to me. It makes no sense. You've already reached the goal that they want to reach, right? But they're telling, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this. Oh, you got this degree. What do you got it for? I
Yeah.
watch this with my own family. Like I see my cousins doing this to each other. You know, you don't know what their situation is. You shouldn't have such an opinion on that unless somebody is privy to say all this other stuff. Hey, this is how I feel, like Aisha. But you cannot sit up here and assume somebody's not loving because of how they approach this to the world. What's behind when my door's closed? What happens in my home happens in my home. Don't
Mhm.
worry about it. I'm not supposed to sit up here and be vulnerable for every woman. No, you could think I'm an asshole. Me and my wife know, or my lady should know what's up. That's all that matters.
What happens when she don't listen?
Huh?
What happens when she don't listen?
A hard head make it soft fast. You gotta let her go. Do what you gotta do. She'll figure it out.
Mm. Hmm.
It's
Um,
so- that's what we went through as men, right? Ain't nobody coddled us. The world was hard to us, but we want to be equal. You know, when I had a hard head, I ain't listened. Guess what? I fell on my ass. Nobody hugged me. Nobody cried for me, and nothing.
For real,
I had
that's
to
the
carry
thing
And
it.
they should
that
have. They should
What's
have. I
that?
hate that society socialize men to think that they don't deserve to be comforted when they are suffering. Like I hate
We
I hate that you all have feel that way, because you do need. No one is saying you got to be coddled, but you are still a human being having human experiences, and nobody should tell you that you shouldn't express them or feel the need to feel wanted or loved to help go through those
See, that
things.
sounds good, but it's not in practice. It's not
Well,
in
that's what I'm
practice.
saying. I wish
So,
I wish we didn't have such a
but we won't be
patriarchal,
men.
misogynistic society that tells
Mhm.
men that they shouldn't be vulnerable in that way. Because I
So
think that would help a lot of men to be able to sort out their, feelings a lot better than to
I
hold them
love
in and feel like they can't express. I'm just sad that society put that pressure on y'all like that.
respectfully. I love that the fact that you brought that up, misogynistic, because that term is thrown around so much, right? I experienced in my lifetime toxic femininity, and I'm not even going to. I'm gonna do this one last time, Anton. You know, even as a 7-year old boy, you know how tough it was for me to say in a group of men that like, yo, my older female cousin did things to me for years. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't cry. Nobody cares. I got you though. I'm just using that as an example. Nobody cares.
You don't have to divulge that on the internet, big dog.
I got you. I mean,
It's a
it's who I
safe
am
space,
now. I
black
get it.
man.
No, it's
But what
not.
I'm
This
saying,
is listen. Don't let them lie to you. This is not a safe space.
that's true.
This is not a safe.
I think that
Oh, you
women
know, I just grabbed my popcorn for a reason.
I think that most women are like toddlers. I think that most women have this notion of they think they want a certain type of man, and then when they get that type of man, it's not what they expect. They're like, oh, I'm not happy now. Let me jump to the next thing. I mean, I want men to chase God, chase purpose. And the only attention that, in my opinion, that I need is our bedroom time. I mean, go do you. I'm going to do the gym. I'm going to do church. I'm going to do our kids. I like my kitchen more than I like any other part of the house. I don't have time for you to be all up under me. I shouldn't be all up under you. We miss each other. We miss each other in those 700 plus thread count sheets.
I
I
mean,
just,
I agree with Jess. You need to have a balance. How are you supposed to lead your household as a man if you're going to get there? How are you supposed to lead your household as a man, as a father for those on the panel that have children, if you don't turn off the grind, turn off the boss, and check in with the people you're supposed to be leading? You don't turn off to be a father. You don't turn off the grind to talk to your daughter about what happened. Of course you do. So that's all I'm
No,
saying.
I don't.
Okay, it is okay for you to take a beat to see, okay, what is my household talking about? Like, how are you supposed to lead it if you don't know?
we
I
can
agree.
multitask.
You could, but she's right. You could take a beat, but I think that it's more about the women's offensiveness to the man chasing purpose. Like
No.
you can definitely take the time to sort out your family. You can definitely be there to make sure you're making those decisions as the head of your household. But I think that
those decisions are made when he's paying the bills. What do you
yeah,
have to
family.
worry about
For
when
whatever
everything is
reason,
paid?
y'all have this crazy idea that you can't do both at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was gonna
Like,
say.
why do I have to stop doing
Multitask.
No, you don't have
anything
to
in
stop.
order to effectively manage my household?
Yeah, no, I think she's talking about mental beat, not speaking for Carmen, but it's a mental thing, like compartmentalization. Like if you're always constantly focused here, you can't serve two things at one time. You can do it simultaneously.
Exactly. You have to listen to the attention. So how can you multitask? Because if you're multitasking, you're not giving your full attention to just for a pause. Not saying stop altogether.
It's
That's
possible.
No,
that, but that's coming from women thinking that men operate as women. Men
Yep.
are multitaskers. That's why they're able to lead. They're able to handle multiple tasks at once. Women cannot. We get overwhelmed with just dealing with children or multiple children at once and complain about cooking and cleaning and doing all of this while taking care of kids, changing diapers and all this stuff.
So
Men
we
can
can multitask.
multitask and be able to be in more than one place at once. Women cannot do that.
Oh, wait a minute.
I don't know about that. Come
If
on
you can't
now.
If you
Come on
can't be an
now. A
extension
woman
of me,
is able to, like you
Yeah,
said,
one
she's
mic,
able
one
to.
mic, yo.
if
Oh, I'm
if
sorry, my
you
bad.
can't be an extension of me to where you basically implement the things that I need you to implement, and if I gotta babysit you the whole time, then that means that I need another you.
Yeah.
I'm not a baby. I'm not even a Q will tell you, like, I'm not a micromanager. I don't babysit people. I just expect for things to be what they're supposed to be. And that's it. And everybody is not built for everybody, right? I think that there are people for certain people, but the problem is that everybody that thinks that they ready to be in a certain space or ready to be in a certain, you know what I'm saying, with a certain type of guy, and they're not, because then they get with that guy and they say, hey, slow down. No, you know who you got into a relationship with, catch up.
Facts.
As a matter of fact, I'll go so
Facts.
far as to say the problem with a lot of relationships is that the guy often at times outgrow the woman and she stays the same.
Agree with that.
A lot of times women are still talking about, well, what about what we did? No, what about where we going? And if you can't grow with me, then that means that we got a bigger problem on our hands. We supposed to be growing together. You're supposed to be growing into the role that you're supposed to be in, considering the pathway that I'm on. And if you're not, then you're slowing me down.
Well,
Life is bigger than you.
a man to see his wife?
Life is much bigger than you. Nobody that ever done did great things or changed the world was sitting there waiting on a woman to give them approval. Not one man that has ever written in the history books that has ever done things significantly has waited for a woman to give him the go ahead of whether or not she approves of the fact that he spends enough time. What?
Anton,
Now that don't mean that I can't consider you, but you need to get on a fucking program.
Right. When I'm saying like women don't multitask, is like I'm not saying that they can't or it's not being done, because I know Jazz was like, come on, Carmaya. I know we do that, but that's a masculine trait. So women be operating in masculine, energy a lot when it's coming to, oh, I gotta grind, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. And they're trying to accomplish so many different things at once. And when we should be in our feminine energy, when we should just be chilling and doing one thing at a time, mastering one thing at a time, instead of us trying to bombard everything like men do.
I just have a question. How do we?
You know what's so funny?
Where did we get the idea that multitasking is gender based?
You know what's so funny?
That's like saying discipline is only gender based. Like I thought those were things that both men and women can do. I wouldn't say multitasking is a masculine or a female trait. It's just something that some people are skilled to do. And I think women, for sure, especially a housewife, you saying like we need to be chilling, but a housewife is like highly skilled at multitasking. She got to multitask taking care of the kids, multitask getting things cleaned up, getting food on the table, getting kids to school, making keeping up with appointments, et cetera, et cetera. It's a master multitasker. Men have to do the same thing. So I don't know about multitasking is a master.
Look, and I'll go ahead and clear that up for you real quick, because as you know, that I have multiple children. I stay at home.
I know you can,
and I'm also a hairstylist, and she just woke up. But I had to literally just learn recently that my multitasking is literally like ADHD. I'm not getting shit done because I can't even complete a task. Like I'm over here, oh, she done spilled some stuff. Let me pull up the spill. Oh, snap, I got something cooking right now. Let me hurry up and go get that. It's like I'm just constantly stopping and going. That's not multitasking. That is just literally chaos going on. But whenever you focus in and you hone in and you're like, wait, let me go ahead and stop and clean for an hour, and then I'll go ahead and cook for a whole hour. However much I can cook in an hour, how much ever I can meal prep, boom, that's what I'm doing. The next task, boom. The next task, boom. Multitasking will literally get you twisted up in a whole nother world you don't even need to be in. Whenever I see my husband come home and he starts operating, this man is doing literally like 10 freaking things at once and still listening to me talk about my day. I'm like,
well,
how do you do
I
it?
think you just
I can't do that.
I think you just described it. ADHD. And honestly, there was a new study that came out where recently most Black women have undiagnosed ADHD. So what you're describing, it may be just that, but that doesn't mean you're not multitasking. You just may need help with prioritizing things to get things done.
Right, but it also helps a lot when you master one thing at a time. For women, we just aren't we're not fit the way men are. Men don't have to worry about talking about some ADHD or anything like that. 9 times out of 10, it's more so women that are like, oh, I was diagnosed with ADHD. I'm diagnosed with this and that. Men, they are going about their day, getting stuff done, all these different tasks or whatever, and still having to come home. Okay, now my wife is emotional. Let me hear her out. Okay, this is going on. Okay, the house almost burnt down. Like, they have so much stuff going on that they still deal with.
Hold on. Have y'all noticed that when you dating or you looking for a right type of guy, you want him to be aggressive, you want him to take initiative, you want him to automatically plan things, you want him to automatically have stuff done. But then when you get into a relationship, y'all all saying that I want him to slow down and check with me on everything that we got going on. I don't understand that. I don't understand how you're cool with him taking the initiative and controlling things and picking what y'all gonna eat and doing whatever it is, but then all of a sudden everything got to slow down when y'all decide to get into a situationship.
I don't know if it's about slowing down, but I think somebody mentioned it, just being considerate of the person that you decided that you wanted to bring into your life. If you are deciding that, hey, I want to be in a relationship with you, even though I'm in this hard pursuit of my goals and dreams, I think it's only right to be considerate of that person that you're asking to be in your world. Otherwise, just stay focused on yourself if you're not going to be considerate. You ain't got to slow down.
Or I could
But
just say,
you should
hey,
consider
listen.
the other person. That's just
Or I could say, hey,
healthy.
I'm going this way. If you want to come, you can come. It's gonna be fun, but if you don't, then that's cool too.
Yeah. And I think that's a form of consideration. And if that works for her, she'll go with it. If she trusts your lead, she'll go with you.
I think it's a control thing because it's
It
like
is. It's a
it's
control
like
thing.
once you're in a relationship, that's my man, that's this. So it's like, for example, I stay up for hours. So when the kids go to sleep, I'm multitasking now. I'm drawing. I'm doing a portrait. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't
I
even
feel
be
like
able
that's a
to.
little ADD.
You no, but I'm having
I'm
I'm
just
having a
saying.
police conversation. But that's the point. I'm having a police. What I notice about a lot of women is they want to change people. Why get into a relationship with somebody that you have to change? That means you ain't like who I was from the get go.
That's true.
It's like this is Build a Bear. Is this Build a Bear? You see the frame of this dude. All right, is he tall? Is he strong? Good. Now I have to go ahead and manufacture how he is, how he think, who he is. This is why relationships don't work. I feel too many. Excuse me. I think too many relationships when it comes to men and women is like I could see you as a woman, right? And I'm looking through a male's perspective, but you guys want to look through a female lens of how men should be, how we should act, and that's a flaw right there. If you ain't like who I was when we was just dating or when you first met me, to where you feel you have to tweak things about me, we don't need to be together.
I agree.
It
I think
doesn't look
that's
how it looks on the internet. They want their relationships to look how it looks good. They want their relationships to look good for the internet,
optics.
and they want their man to be their best friend, and that's just it doesn't mix. He got stuff to do. You
Well,
got stuff to do.
some women get married just for the wedding because I don't know what it is for the look. Oh, I got this and this. No, it's this stuff takes work, man.
I
It
think
takes
Yeah.
work.
And I think that's why it takes two people being intentional. It's like if you
I'm not.
know what it takes, you're going to put in that work. You're going to be considerate. You're going to make sure that there is balance and that we both feel supported. Otherwise, what are we doing? And I think you made a great point, Will. Like, you shouldn't try to change anybody. And you should be holding space to get to know someone before you even take that next step of being in a relationship. So you consider all of the traits of that person to know if that's even in alignment with you, instead of getting with somebody and then trying to change who they are. A lot of people say they want one thing and then they go after something completely opposite and then try to change it and get upset when they get pushback.
But I think that's what it's exactly that's going on, is the trying to change the man. He's already doing what he's doing. And for the sake of balance, or whatever we're trying to call it, to be balanced, the man can be working and still be able to communicate with what he needs to communicate with the woman. If the woman cannot be balanced on her own right, then that is an issue. It shouldn't have to all be on the man where, oh, he has to be present, all of these moments in order to get stuff done. Like, it's not making sense.
I don't think anybody was saying that respectfully. I was just saying, like, when we're in a relationship, we should consider one another. I don't know. Is that a far-fetched concept?
But that's what I'm saying. I don't think that's saying that they're not considering you just because they're doing something. Like,
no, I agree. Do your thing. Be considerate.
Whoever's the most successful, the other person's gonna have to take a back seat to an extent. Like, that's just how it is. I did somebody that is similar to my career, and he was more successful than me. So I kind of had to step down from mine and support him for a while. So I think, not that I didn't continue mine, but I had to sacrifice a little bit of my career to do that. So I think when it depends on.
Were you married?
No.
I just want to say, just because you're married doesn't mean that your voice doesn't count. Your man is going to do whatever he feels fit to move you all forward. That is what your husband's supposed to do, and you as a woman need to follow his lead. But just because you follow his lead doesn't mean that your voice doesn't matter. Why are we equating to that?
Because I think
why you always gotta talk? Like, what do you want to talk about?
They prefer silence.
What is it about your voice that needs to be heard? What is it that you want him to know?
Because his decisions affect my life as well. So
so give me an example. Tell me what you would want him to know that you need to make sure that your voice matters.
My voice matters if you're choosing to do something that affects the household.
Give me an example.
An example of what?
Of a situation where your voice needs to be heard.
A big purchase. How about that? So if we're both, he goes out to buy whatever, buy a new car, buy something that's very expensive that includes both our incomes. Because in my situation, we both work, we both have an income. If my income is, I will like you to consider my voice and be like, hey, babe, I'm going to buy this. Do you think it's a good? I will like my voice to be considered. That is my example.
Oh, okay. So you don't believe that you only have one income. You don't believe that what's his is yours and what's yours is his. You believe that you still have a separate income.
They both bringing in a bag.
No.
Right, but it doesn't become one income, is what I'm saying.
Hold on.
It's one income, but they both have to consider each other because they both are financing their life.
I'm not mad at that. I don't disagree with what she's saying, but that's in a situation where I need your money. In my situation and in my entire life, I'm 100% the provider. So
not everybody else's life.
I do whatever the fuck I'm gonna do.
Like, you want to move somebody into the house, do you feel like you need to consult your wife with that?
Can't nobody come in my house.
Move somebody in your house like what?
Like a
family member,
grandma, grandpa,
family member.
Can't nobody come in my house.
Yeah.
No, the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying is simply because as a wife, we're supposed to be serving the man. Our desire goes unto the man. So even if we're working, we are the possession of that man. So whatever we bringing in is coming into his pot. And if he's the leader, he's the one that says, this is what we're gonna do with it. This is where it's going. This is paid, blah, 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 blah. The woman should not have that type of authority to say, oh no, you need to speak with me because this is my half. And
I'm not saying
that's the
that,
only reason why I said
that
that.
my voice should be considered. I'm not saying that I'm the he is making the choice, but in order for him to make the choice, for you to be a good leader is for you to listen to other people. So that's what I'm saying.
Right. So if if your husband decides to say, no, I don't want to do that.
But that doesn't mean I have to be silenced by it. He's going to decide whatever. And I am going to go with him because I know at heart that he has my best interest. But in addition to that, you need to consider my voice. How are you going to lead your people?
I don't know what managers and CEOs you be talking with at jobs and stuff, but that's not how it operates when it comes to leadership. Leadership talks to leadership.
With different people, guys.
And CEOs, like, I'm sorry, CEOs don't come tell CEOs don't come talk to none of y'all. That's not a leader. Like, they talk amongst themselves.
Actually, no, a good CEO.
That's just what that is. You can feel triggered if you want to. I don't care. I'm just saying what I'm saying.
And I think
we
that
all filled out a survey. We all have filled out surveys. We all have how can I help you?
That's not for a CEO. That's for management to do better. That has nothing to do with a CEO.
No, actually,
the CEOs are listening to the managers.
No, actually, I work very closely with CEOs of companies, and they definitely, a good CEO, I would say, considers the workers' ideas, their employees.
Not all companies do that.
And only because
that's true. I want to say that that's at the CEO's leisure. So it's kind of different if the CEO says that, we want to implement a situation in which we ask all the employees what's taking place and get their feedback. But when a woman just inserts her necessity to give her feedback, it slows down the process. And I think this is extremely centered to my situation, because with me, I have to stop, tell my old lady, this is what I'm doing. And in the case of me doing that, I could be doing it opposed to explaining it to you. Now I have to slows down my process, slows down my ability to create. And it just works better when you have a leader that is a leader.
See, in today's world, when it comes to relationships, I think too many people are at odds. It's like people are competing. You feel me? And it goes back to Ayesha Curry. It's not just, from my perspective, it's not just a feeling of she's in the background, right? It's like she wants to compete with Steph. And I think there's too many women, or let's just say people in relationships that want to compete with the other person. This is why relationships fail. They're not working or growing together. They're actually growing apart. I'm doing my thing.
Y'all don't know that.
You're doing your thing.
Thank
I'm just
you.
saying.
I agree.
From the outside looking in, this is what happens when you hear a lot of these relationships that don't work. Whether I'm not spending time, y'all should be on the same page. Like we talked about, if you knew I was a certain way, right? If you know I'm using the fact I got PTSD and I can't sleep to work on my art business, but let's come to sleep. I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I need to work because this is extra money because you want extra care, extra consideration. So I got to do that because everything else is taken care of. You know what I'm saying? But you want to compete with me. Well, my degree says this, and it's all coming from outside sources. Other people coming in your relationship with their opinions and all this. It seems like when there's things like that, it's always outside sources. Men don't know how to be men. Women don't know how to be women. And we always have an issue. It's like, you're too misogynistic or you're too toxic. It's crazy, man. We don't know what we want in a lot of senses. When I'm being general, when we step into these relationships, we want to mold people into what we want them to be or what we think they should be, instead of just simply taking people as they are. And that's part of the big problem.
I want to piggyback off of what he said. I agree. I think a lot of people don't realize when you go to a man and say, I want more time, I need more of this. And I can't speak for all men, but for me, all I see is dollar signs. All I see in the back of my head is that, I need to make more money to be able to accommodate the things that you need. That's a good point that he brought up. I like that.
Sometimes It's not always money though. It's quality time that people want.
But time costs money. So if I'm spending time with you, I'm wasting my money. It costs me time. It costs me money to
then
be
don't
there.
be in a relationship. If you can't find time to spend with somebody, don't be in a relationship.
Thank you, Hannah.
Sacrifice.
That's all I'm saying.
We can't like, oh, okay, yeah, just tag along. No, you're in a relationship.
You have to consider, you can't, like y'all always say, you can't operate as a single person in a relationship. If you're not gonna make any changes when you enter that relationship, you need to stay single. If you feel like I ain't stopping, I ain't doing nothing, but yeah, come on.
So Jazz, what if I'm the same person I was when I started the relationship, and now it's her that's trying to change me and change my work habits?
Wait, you said if you started that way and she knew and then she tried to change, then yeah, that she played herself. You know what I'm saying? Like if you go into a situation knowing what to expect and you agree to go along for that ride, and then you start complaining, that's your fault.
That's the case. I don't know many men that have a low work ethic, and then as they get in a relationship, it ramps up. It's usually your work ethic is where it is, and then it ramps up or goes lower.
Yeah, and honestly, I mean, at this point, women might as well just stop saying that they want a leader. Men should lead. Men should lead. If y'all don't want to follow the lead, like he can either consider you or he can either not consider you. Either way, if you married that man, it shouldn't matter if he considers what you say or not. You love that man, you trust that man, you respect that man. That is what you thrive off of. You should not feel any kind of way if the man that just decides, you know what, this time we're not going to Burger King. We're not going to Texas Roadhouse. Okay, we're gonna go and we're gonna cook at home, and you're gonna cook me a nice meal. Like it shouldn't be that freaking deep. If you're following a man, you're deciding, hey, I'm committing myself to a man, then listen to that damn man and trust what he got going on. If you don't want to trust that, then just say that.
Amen.
I just want to end with
it's been too long.
Yeah, I just want to end with this. Like,
we gotta go to super chats.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then y'all can say y'all little last ones at the end. T Milk says, King, life gets easier with time. I may not have words for now, but keep your heart and mind focused on God. Lead by example. Be the greatest for your kids. Classic Code says, modern women are majority and stable, no debating. Captain Caveman says, a hardworking man body builds testosterone. A hardworking woman deplete her body of estrogen. This is why hardworking women appear more masculine. Me University says, women just been in a tailspin since we left Eden. No more excuses. What up, Doe? My purpose is to be great and take over the world. Chris, your addiction love says, it's a few people on here now that haven't said anything. Just saying. Classic Code says, question for the ladies. What does completely satisfied without boredom look like for you? Please try not to verbally tap dance and just answer. The Dictator says, thank you for saying it, sister. So we all agree that if you listen to women, you'll be confused. Anonymous Space says, Jazz, does your husband agree with you how you think? Ekene says,
I'm married. I'm an unmarried Jezebel.
Macaroni Tony says, Jazz be sounding like a 13-year-old that thinks she grown. Smokey Spare One says, Anton crust Jazz-ish. Pew pew. Chef G Web says, Greg Oden got more rings than Jazz. Captain Negro Man says, Anton just sparked an argument between Jazz and her dude later. Blueprint Tony says, sad because Jazz is cute, but her attitude makes her extremely unattractive.
That's my man.
Anton chill, Jew. We gotta build each other up, OG. Smokey Spurna says, can't take what you giving a hun. Dusty Cooch. KB says, I don't understand how Jazz can create a narrative about Tone Wife out of nothing and get offended when he called her blank Dusty. Jazz, you started it. Akne says, Jazz, listen and learn. You could be protected. Captain Negro Man says, can we please hear from my white Nubian neurotic snow queen on the panel? Sterling says, Anton undyed his beard, popping his ish tonight. You have to let Jazz make it, bruh. She's not Molly. You says, I just opened the white app to this and I'm in my call room dying. For the free caught me off guard. Chef says, Jazz, you tired of getting cooked? Anton be cooking you. Molly be shutting you down and you be on fatty panel getting toasted. Someone please call 911. KB says, balance for a man could be grinding while he can. So the family can be straight when he is no longer able to. Life is no longer than day to day. Martin says, fellas, take notes on the path to divorce. Run from women who always have to have the last word. Blueprint Tony says, Ta is a queen and must be protected. Martin Muhammad said, the last word is a woman's way of saying, shut the F up. It's never positive. It's a new day. Men are done with that ish. Afro Pop Q says, hey, Q, Jazzing, and Kamaya, I agree, sis, with the fro. A wise woman wants a man that pursues his purpose. Would love to be on the next panel. Chef says, women, did y'all forget the number one reason y'all divorced? Men is because of finances. Let that man work and provide in peace. Y'all can't have everything. Jerry says, why ask a question without getting an answer? Me University says, try not to angle bishops and rooks at Anton's queens. Macaroni Tony says, Jazz proing will king point. Single woman telling married people what should be with no experience. Smokey Spare None says, question to the person in the chat spamming this phrase. Let us know we can have and eat it too. I gotta mute you, Jazz, because you're Mike. Why the F we have cake? The classic coast says G-Ma had 15 kids and 18 pregnancies. Today, women have one child, get postpartum, and complain about normal adult responsibilities. It's a bad batch. God. Victor says nature intended men to compete to reproduce and all to live, not be happy. That's an expensive privilege, not priority. Femininity seeks its whole self. Masculinity seeks its better self. Shout out to Zoe. My husband is a CEO and a CFO, and he speaks to all employees. Most of his team consists of women. Last one, y'all. All-In says, married for 13 years, came home from work and told wife we are moving out of state and let's start packing. She said, let's go. No questions, no debate. She said, I trust you. Some women not ready. Shout out to everybody that sent super chats and everybody that paid attention and stay tuned for us this whole show. We are going to go through all the panels so they can tell you where you can go stalk them and find them. We'll start with you, Carmen. Where can the people find you? You got to unmute, Carmen.
My bad. You can find me on Instagram, carmen.ds92.
Okay, Will?
How y'all doing? Right below my name, Will King, was I am Will King. Instagram, music, art. I help businesses. I do some mentoring for young men. So Instagram is the best place to contact me. Holler.
Okay, Jazz?
I don't think you guys would want to follow me. I am an unwed Jezebel. So stay away from me and my channel. I don't know shit. God bless. And thank you for having me tonight, Q.
You're welcome, Kamaya.
Peace, y'all. This was a dope debate tonight. Y'all can follow me at Carmaya She on Instagram and TikTok. I am a naturopathic doctor and a hairstylist in Austin, Texas. So y'all come get me. I'll do your braids, get you, some ginger shots to knock out whatever cold you got, sinus and all this other stuff. I got y'all.
Okay. Yeah, y'all was rushing through the super chats. My bad, y'all. I'm tired. Who's next? Lex, go ahead, Lex.
I'm okay with giving out my social media, no thanks, but you can find me in the Bag Chasers. So
period. Ta. You're mute. You're muted, Ta.
Y'all can follow me at the handle Sincerely the Carsons and for all the good Christian content. Hope y'all have a good night. God bless y'all. Appreciate you, Q. See you next
time. You know some, Hannah. The stalkers want to know where to find you.
When I'm on.
Say it again.
I said they can find me when I'm on the panel.
Yeah. You can't have ID, y'all.
My girl, Hannah.
Go ahead, Sean.
Y'all gotta understand sarcasm, like for real. like this is all fun and games. They in the chat wilding, but it was fun tonight. I appreciate y'all.
Go ahead, Sean.
My name is Shine Wilson on every platform, Facebook, Instagram, as well as TikTok. Follow me, come check out my content. Thank you, Q, for bringing me on the show. I just want to say that I respect Anton a lot, and I appreciate the platform he's built. I don't want to misconstrue my disagreements. I also want to cue my book. Y'all. Go get the U.S. Compass. It's an urban novel. It's not an educational book. It's really, really good. I produced it. I published it myself. And I'm also dropping an ebook for anybody that wants to publish a book for only $1. So come check me out.
Period.
$1. Where can we find a link to your book?
My book is on Amazon. It's called The U.S. Compass. You can just type in the U.S. Compass. It'll pop up anywhere. Type in my name, Shine K. Wilson. Come check me out.
Yep.
Okay, that's dope. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
But thank you guys for joining the panel. If you're interested in joining the panel, you got to DM me on IG, you guys. Ladies, we need more ladies. Fellas.
Later, Jazzy.
Please be patient.
Bye.
You guys have a good night. Adios.